welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're going to do a dream reading. I think I just did one. We're gonna do like a more in-depth one. So we got 3 piles. We have Whale. If I can get the card. Cosmic Egg. And Bear. I didn't ask any like questions while doing the reading or like pulling out the cards. Pretty much whatever message wanted to come out came out. It's kind of be surprised for both of us. But you know, like I did like for the dream deck, like one random like card I shuffled, okay, and then I got the cards that needed to come out. You know, like normally in your dream it's always like that one thing that's just like not supposed to be there but it's there. So like that's why I did like that one random card. Probably help you figure out which dream they're talking about, or just to either tell you like, yes, this is like meant for you, this is the thing, and this is why it popped up there. But yeah, that's, you can pick your pile or piles, and I'll see you over there. Either pile 1, so you picked Whale. Right, so let's see what is going on for you. So we have Sailing. Funny enough, a whale. We have Book. Ooh, Moby Dick. That was it about a whale? Yeah, I believe. I didn't read it, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just then we have Strangers. I'll be honest, I didn't read the book. Also, what popped in my head was Timmy Turner when he was trying to do Huckleberry Finn and stuff like that. So I don't know if you like Fairly Odd Parents, but that could be a thing. And then the random card or random message for you is Extraordinary Shouting and House. I feel like there was another card with it. Oh, it's on. Yes, okay. And that's crossed by Traveling and Children. Also a popular, like you might read books and like get like really into the book, or the traveling and the sailing, because that talks about like moving and stuff like that. So like once you read a book, you really get into the book, and it really changed like the way you see the world around you. But it's like once the book is in your face, you're like really entrapped in the like hyper focus could be, you know. It's alright, like cool, I do that too. Wait a minute. So sailing, like I said, is a way of traveling and stuff like that, and transporting things. But it's on water, so there's waves. So it talks about like flows, ships, you know, places, distant horizon, and landing places and stuff like that. Because we have people here, like people used to travel by boats, not by plane. You still landed in a way. And then books, you know, it's information, knowledge, self-explanatory. It's a way to communicate without, and it's like also you can communicate like for different time periods where Shakespeare, he probably, even though it was very old, certain things that he wrote about, if you fully understand it and pay attention to what he's trying to say and the nuances of it, you realize it still relates to what you're going through, no matter what stage of your life you are in. Which kind of sort of what his sonnets was all about. Like it's divided into like parts and stuff like that. Where a certain part is more so talking to a younger version, could be of himself or somebody else, saying like enjoy your youth, celebrate, like love, do what all you can do, or stuff like that. Live life to the best of your abilities and to the best that you can, because when you get older and stuff like that, you can't do certain things like you used to, like when you was younger, and you might miss that, and you might instead of having regret and remorse and stuff like that. Um, and then we have strangers, foreigners, different, like a new world, a new perspective, new information. Um, Also says threat on here, but that could pose like it might threaten like how you see things, your world of view and stuff like that. But it's like the way that you incorporate it, it's very innocent. You're not trying to offend anybody or like okay, because popped in my head was cultural appropriation because we're talking about like books and culture, and then we have children here. Like you're not trying to offend any. It's like you enjoy it while understanding like there's a whole culture behind it, and you don't take on that culture as your own and try to pretend like it's yours and kind of thing, or you belong to it or you made it and stuff like that. Because shouting, it could be like positive or negative, and it's like if it fits and works for you, you keep it. If it doesn't, you let it go. You don't let what like literally strangers say bother you or affect you. Where like you have like that kid like innocence to you, where like literally children they forget in like 5 seconds. Sometimes 5 seconds. Sometimes, depending on what it is. Okay, they will forget it. Sometimes they will remember it and hold on to it. It just depends on what it is. And yeah, with the houses and like you're very flexible in your stuff, but like you don't. You have like let's say like you have like a routine and stuff like that, but you could break that routine with any like end up like in a whim, but then still do everything that you needed to do in a day. And then it's just like to some people that's very like once they do something else, they're no longer doing the rest of the stuff. It's like where you still get back on track and stuff like that, and be like, okay, well, I was here when I was supposed to be doing this, so let me do this, this, and this like in the meantime. And then it's like this is very unique and very different. And some people might have a say or want to say something about it, but you just if it works for you, it works for you. You take it. If it doesn't, you just brush past it and move on and move forward. Because even in the extraordinary, it shows like there's people talking and stuff like that, and those people could be strangers, and they like talking and gossiping about this person, and that might make you want to shout and stuff like that. Why everybody has an opinion on what you're doing in your life. Well, you just trying to figure out what you do, like to get stable and solid, and just like how everybody else is doing. Like nobody knows what to do or has like nobody knows what to do or have the answers, and everybody trying to pretend like they do, and you feel like that's not really fair because they don't. And right. So pretty much in a dream, you probably okay. Just based off of this alone, you felt like you was like moving on somewhere or trying to move it with the information and knowledge that you have, and then like everybody had their own opinion, right? And they could have been like a group or a couple of people that was pretty much doing either the same thing that you was doing, right, or like going down the same path of you, or was listening to the same thing that you was listening to. And because there's three people here and then there's a butterfly, or just saying like go after it and encourage you to do what you want to do. And then these people were still talking and communicating or gossiping, and then you wanted to shout and scream because there's a baby here, you just wanted to do what made you happy, what made you feel. Because with the sunflowers here, the sun is happiness and innocence and childlike essence and purity. Like you didn't have that. And then the car is going to a house, and then house is next here. That's what you're wanting, and you wanted to shed all of everybody's opinions. Because everybody's trying to pretend like they know what they do and when they actually don't. And trying to put you in the box, but you don't really fit in the box that they're trying to put you in. I don't know if you don't like labels or stuff like that, but you don't really fit in a box. Because extraordinary and strangers both said like alternate and stuff like that. You, no matter, like they can't really put you or place you anywhere. It's kind of, could be multi-talented. I don't know. Like it's just like you can't. Like, could go anywhere. So yeah. Next we have Fish and Dog, but that is the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups with the Ten of Hearts. No, it's really given. I'm sorry, but it's actually really given Fairly Odd Parents, because they did turn into a fish. Okay, there was his goldfish, and then at some point in time he did get a dog. I forgot the name of the dog. Was it Poof? No, that was the kid. What was the name of their dog? I forgot. I'm sorry. But either way, with the King of Diamonds, like I said, it's the King of Pentacles. And a dog is very, loyal and long lasting, like the Pentacles is supposed to be. So it's like you want a happiness that lasts and stuff like that. And it's loyal. Also, goldfish, some of them really do have a attention span of like 5 seconds or 5 minutes. But, it could be like very spontaneous, or always like, like how like trends is always like changing and stuff like that. But it seems like you will always be in trend, or like, and it's not like you're trying to. It just happens. I don't know. Like it's just you. It just happens for you, and you like that. Like you like how sometimes things can go out of fashion, but then come back in fashion and stuff like that. It's very versatile and different. Also, some dogs really do have attention span of 5 seconds. So. But they still loyal and loving and caring, protective and stuff like that. So you want this, but like the spontaneous and the innocent, the happiness, and you don't really have that following what everybody else is trying to tell you to do. Oh, and then we have Book and Flower. Got booked twice. And then we have the 10 of Diamonds, and then we have the Queen of Spades. Spades are swords, so you have the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. If this is Fairly Odd Parents and the books is being here, they have a rule. They can't interfere with love. Or anything like that. When love is involved, there's nothing that they can do. They can't do anything. Oh, they always said that. But with the flowers being here, like it does tie back to the sunflower, and the sunflower follows the sun and stuff like that. And like I explained the sun, so it's like you're trying to follow your happiness and your peace and what makes you happy, and you could be reading books on how to do so, or how to like teach you or what to do, or like doing little step by steps, little tutorials and stuff like that. Or it could be journaling, to get out certain emotions, because fish can also be like your creativity and like spirituality and stuff like that. It's like you finding connection, and whatever you can find connection in that brings you comfort and bring you a sense of peace and bring you a sense of belonging, and realizing like you have a story, your story is relevant. There is somebody else that have a similar story to you, not the exact same story to you, but has a story very similar and close to you, and that makes you feel seen, and that makes you feel heard, and that also gives you that boost of confidence to go after certain things that you wouldn't have gone after if you haven't read a book, or like met a certain person. Because now with the dog, that's more so like a companion or a friend. So let's say like they wrote a book about their life. You saw how probably like people left them and people dropped them and people turned their back on them and stuff like that, and how they came around and turned around and still happy, and now they're more, because the Queen of Swords is very like, she do read a lot of books, very have a lot of knowledge and information that is very useful and can pass down to help other people, but also help herself in a way that she's not affected by what most people are saying, because she's like it says more about them than it says her, kind of thing. She doesn't let what other people rain on her parade. Okay, and if this is like relationship wise, like the King of Pentacles, he's very loyal, okay? He's very family oriented. Alright? And it's like you, with the book being here, I don't know if you have like a certain, like you might need to journal out your feelings, because you might be scared that this person is going to hurt you when this is the least of what they gonna want to do, that they don't want to do that at all whatsoever. Because if the Queen of Swords is the flower and stuff like that, and then we have the sunflowers here, they want to be with you while you're finding your happiness. They literally want to be by your side. They don't want to hurt you. They want to be your friend. They don't care what the strangers are saying. They're not part of that. And then we have Violet Angel with Breaking Dawn. I was talking about the sun. Do you see? Isn't that a Twilight movie? Damn, what happened to them? I'm sorry. That was mad. That's on me. And it's a book. Oh, and he has a wolf. You see? Well, wolf is technically, Bella did technically domesticate that dog. Jacob was out for everybody else, but when it came to Bella, he rolled over. Like he was very innocent. Now we have Poe with Time for a Change, learn something new, use technology and gadgets with wisdom. I don't remember what happened in Breaking Dawn. That's I might have to read. That's a lot to rewatch them. That's just gonna give me some time. But yeah, I can't even say if that was about a change and stuff. I really don't remember that movie. And then we have Out Trick-or-Treating, We're Here. Oh, so pretty much it's saying, like I said before, like you want to move away and do something and break free from like what everybody's trying, like the status quo, what everybody's trying to tell you what to do. And sometimes you gain confidence based on like books and information and stuff that you're reading and the stuff that you take in and stuff like that, right? With this how use technology, because now you don't really need a book, but you can like watch a movie and stuff like that. They turn in damn near everything into a movie or a show, or like a short little animation. And it's also saying like another underlying thing. You don't actually, for like school or stuff like that, you can go online to do it with the use it with wisdom. Like there's online college and you can go at your own pace, but because whales they have a sense of community. They don't travel by themselves, and there are some fishes that they have a relationship, and they eat all like whatever the whale, because the whale don't get everything in his mouth. The fish eat the leftovers and also gets to clean them up and stuff like that. So it's very beneficial, which is why I'm saying that this person is not going to hurt you. They need you to survive, pretty much. And I'm not saying like that to be like codependent in a way, because they can always leave and find like a different whale. Like that's never the problem. It's not a problem. But because with the King of Pentacles, they have a certain way that they will like to raise their family and have their family, and you match that, and you are that person, even though you don't realize it right now or as yet, because you're in the Queen of Swords mode. You kind of sort of like, sometimes you're very closed and cold and reserved and and stuff like that. So you just want to deal with the facts and not like the whole emotions of it all. While this person is more so dealing with the emotions, and the dog have a very good sense of like smell and stuff like that. See, now I was talking about wolves. It can tell its mate and stuff like that based off of scent and stuff like that. you haven't fully realized that, like, it yet. But, like, kind of, yeah. And then we have Fairy with a divine eye with intoxication, distorted vision, and overindulgence. If you continue to worry about what other people's going to say and do what they want you to do, or keep trying to like look ahead, you're gonna get a different outcome every time because it's always based on your choices. If you do it, then this would be the you have a Marvel, what if, right? There's multiple like there's choices, and if somebody did something that affects like an outcome and stuff like that, right? Now, the general thing will like the simple like there's certain things that are just gonna happen as meant to happen that will happen. That's great, but like little small little things, right? Those might change, kind of thing. So that's why it becomes distorted, and you're starting to realize like if you don't take certain chances and make certain moves, your future will pretty much look at like as it looks now, and you're not happy as it look where you are right now. So let's do things to change that. And there's books and there's knowledge and there's information out there that's pretty much saying like, yeah, like you can't just sit still all your life. Like you have to grow, you have to learn, you have to evolve, you continue to learn. Like your education or your like knowledge doesn't just stop when you graduate. You're always learning something. You always should be improving yourself and trying to like grow and evolve in some way, shape, or form, rather than just trying to stay still. Because if you stay still, that means you're not alive. Because even the particles moves, everything moves. Then we have the Eight of Cups with the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups. The Eight of Cups normally something about like walking away from things that no longer serve you, which this is no longer serving you. And then we have the Moon fighting the Sun, and then we have this. Hold on, I gotta turn my headphones on. Okay, then we have the Moon fighting the Sun, right? Which the Moon is about like your emotions or just like things hidden from you that is very secretive and stuff like that you don't really see, you don't really know. In the Moon card there is a dog, and a wolf, and a fish. So, but the fish there is something about like your spirituality. So it's more to your spirituality that you know. And you could be going through like a spiritual awakening or going through the phase that where you're starting to realize that you have outgrown a lot of things. And it might be very sad with the Five of Cups being here, like bittersweet. Well, it's sad because you have to like let it go. And like kind of sort of like look at you and focus on you, and or you felt like you walking away from certain things you're supposed to bring you happiness and that it didn't, and now you feel like, oh, is there something wrong with me? And it's like, no, nothing is wrong with you. Like it did bring you happiness, but it's like you have to continue to grow and evolve. It's not just like that's one thing and then like that's it. Like there's more to life and stuff like that. There's always more to your spirituality. There's a lot of, it's not all just karmic. Like it's, if you have no karmic debt and stuff like that, there's still spiritual lessons. You now might be one in love, one in romance and stuff like that. If you had a very like back in the past, probably like a very harsh dating life, I don't know, and you probably dated a lot of players or people that seemed very charming and that's all it was, like charm and charisma and chaos and stress, and now you don't really want to deal with that or care for that and stuff like that because it doesn't make you happy or anything like that. But you're still aware that like there is love out there for you. Like you're aware that like love can bring happiness. Okay, there wouldn't be so much stories or books about it. It's just for your own books, okay, your own information, okay, your own little research. It has been great. And here comes this person that seems to, I won't say like seem to like meet the criteria and stuff like that, because there is no criteria. Um, but it's different than what you're used to, but then you feel like there's a catch to it. It's where it's just like, the catch is like, this person's gonna teach you about love, like that kind of thing, like what real like love is supposed to feel like, what like how we intended love to be, kind of thing. And then we have Alpha Andromedan. Probably said it wrong. Oh, Alpha Dracanians in reverse. The gray one's tall, with organized and intimidating. Then we have the Metacata in reverse. Then we have Abens? I'm saying it wrong. With mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. Okay. I had to cough. So Alpha reverse pretty much means making amends, common sense, rebirth, and awakening, and like like being inclusive and stuff like that. So it's not like you're just judging people and saying like people are the problem, and like not saying that you're the problem. Like you also like look at yourself and see if like you're ready for certain things. Like it's not okay. Where with this read between the lines, like you understanding like back when you just took something without like, you knew like it wasn't fully ready and stuff like that, and you probably shouldn't have like taken it and stuff like that, because how do I say this? Where like fish, right? You can have it raw or you can have it cooked. That is fine. But there are some things where you need to have it fully cooked, because if you don't, you will get sick. And where before you will probably would have like taking like the bare minimum because you worried about whatever anybody else was going to say, or because you felt like there was more to it, or whatever that was being said to you, and that whatever this will grow into could be better than where you at now, but it pretty much dragged you down. It made you feel a little bit worse about yourself and stuff like that. It's like you're now realizing like that, like why was that happening for you or to you, and with the mystery, read between the lines, and intuition is like you're now focusing on just how the person is acting and what they're saying. You're focusing on how they're acting. You focus on everything all together, right? We're like pretty much using your discernment, which the Queen of Swords does, and like questioning things, but not like just discriminating and just like throwing it away. But like, oh well, they said this, so even though they're doing this and the third, I'm just gonna go based off of what they said. It's like, no, you saying like, you can say you love me, but your actions are showing that you don't love me, kind of thing. And it's like being cautious and being a little bit suspicious, but in a healthy way, not being overboard and stuff like that. So with Metacata being here, being reversed, is like, don't be so like scared, which I was saying earlier with the strangers. Like you will listen to what they have to say, but like if it adds to your life, if it's beneficial, then okay, cool. But if it's not, you don't really care. You just, kind of thing. And you don't let it dictate or weigh over your life, kind of thing. Because the Graves one talks about like order and being like rigid, everybody being uniform, and everybody being the same. Like where we have like you don't fit into that. You don't really fit into a box. And if they try to put you in a box, you feel stuck. You feel like you can't do certain things. You can't express yourself the way that you need to express yourself, or the way that you want to express yourself. And Spirit is like, that's fine. That's okay. You don't really have to be in a box. You can be unique. You can be yourself. There's no right way or wrong way to live life. Like, there's going to be ups and downs regardless. Nobody has the answers. And hold on. Okay. So all these came out together. There we go. Then we got Archetype. So we have the Prince reverse. put it over here. The mediator and the light aspect. A delinquent? They said it, not me. No, I don't think that's delinquent. JK. Come back to me. I'm gonna figure that out. I don't know why delinquent popped in my head. Diligent. I don't know what. Apparently it's just an amateur, but we're gonna get back into that. Then we have alchemist in the shadow aspect. Alrighty. Mentor in the shadow aspect. Okay. Then we have shapeshifter in the shadow aspect. Now I'm just talking about a wolf. Look at that. And then we have all that is crossed by a pioneer. If you use your discernment and trust in your discernment and trust in yourself and trust in that ability, that you will realize you are capable of telling friend from foe. At least now. Because with the Nine of Cups, it's a spiritual journey. You did enough work and realized there's a lot of things about yourself and a lot of things about the people that you accepted around you that you won't do it again, pretty much. You're not accepting it, you're not allowing it. And you pay attention a lot. Okay. You're paying attention more now than you paid attention before to people, kind of thing. And Spirit saying, like, give yourself that credit. It was Prince. I remember that. So the Prince and the shadow aspect, I gotta look in the book because I'm not gonna read it upside down. Can manifest a young man with great feelings of entitlement, use his position and power purely to advance his interests without regards of anybody else's needs, and they try to make it seem like they're the only person to do that. Pretty much. That could be the narcissist, which is what spirits keep try to tell you in your dreams to get away from that person. And then we have mediator, which is an advisor, diplomat, and like a go-between. So it's supposed to be smooth, like relations between you and other people. It's very supposed to be very patient, able to read people in a situation to try to help you get through whatever you're getting through. But with the deliberate, or whatever that word's supposed to be, they're amateur at it. They're not really great. They're probably something that they're just starting out and didn't take that much time to learn what they needed to learn. They're just trying to be like a jack of all trades without realizing that the rest of the saying is master of none. Which is why they can't really help mediate the situation, or they're supposed to be a mentor, but they can't actually teach or mediate or fix the situation because they don't really know how. They more so just go on the side that they feel like is right or they feel more closely related to, rather than just being that neutral party that they were supposed to be. Then we have child magical and the light aspect, seeing the potential of the sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So with this person would more so be biased to whatever, like the magic, like this kid magical and stuff like that. If you read like I said before, like you read a book, you get entranced and stuff like that, and you start changing your life based on like certain things. Like with the uniform into totalitarian, they more so will go with what, like the status quo, what everybody else is going with. Then we have priest in the shadow aspect. Gotta look in the book. Hold on. Manifest the inability to live accordingly to one's own teaching. Express an lapse of personal morality and using orderly authority to control somebody's for personal gain. Which this person will more so side with that person and make it seem like what they're doing is correct, which is actually hurting you, and is not, because it's suppressing you and keeping you stuck. Also, you might be feeling smothered. Which is why Spirit just like you. This is why you feel like you can't move on, you can't move forward, you can't. Yeah, because we have a butterfly here, and then to travel, there's a butterfly next to this kid. If you leave these people behind and stop focusing on what they're saying and worried about what they're gonna say, and focus on what Spirit is telling you, you will see like you should trust them way more than you should trust like what a human is saying. And we have receipts, proof, show me. But they can't. You looking for proof of receipts, but they can't do that if you don't do it, kind of thing. And then, or it could only just be the what ifs, like kind of thing. Like if you did this, this would have happened. Like Captain America is Steve Rogers, right? We all know that. But if Steve Rogers didn't come to work today, it would have been the chick I forgot her name, but her. The chick that he was like very cute on, hot on, kind of thing. It would have been her, right? One episode ruined. I'm sorry, but like we could figure out how it is her. I forgot that part, but like that kind of thing. It's like we will be stuck in that kind of realm, but like in this realm, okay, who it is? Steve Rogers. Well, was Steve Rogers. He's no longer Captain America. I think he gave it to Falcon. I think his name is. I don't know. Then we have waves, emotions coming and going. So with the spiritual like journey, like there is gonna be ups and downs. Sometimes you're going to be happy, sometimes you're gonna be sad. It doesn't mean that you haven't healed or grown and evolved from it. It just means that like you might want to look at it, spend some time with it again. And it's always going to. It might always like affect you, but probably affect you a little bit less. And the reason why it's always going to affect you, because like, yes, of course it did happen to you, and now you're seeing it's happening to somebody else, and the feelings of having that being done to you, so that it's going, to then witness it, like be on the outside of it, it's good. It's still going to like bring up some type of emotions. Might be a little bit different than how you went when you was going through it and stuff like that. But like you still have some type of emotions. You're still going to bring up something, and that's okay, and that's fine. It's just spend some time with that, look at that, and stuff like that. Don't let somebody try to shame you when you're feeling certain emotions. Then we have escapades with vacation, hideaway, and adventure. Yeah, just spend some time by yourself. But some people, like, it seems like this person and this person won't really allow you to do that. Oh, okay. Understand. They're gonna try to say like, you purposely isolating yourself, and then might try to use certain things against you to be like, oh, well, like let's say like maybe you was depressed, okay, stuff like that. So you. Right as this moment you're going through a spiritual awakening, like you're not depressed, you're just starting to realize certain things, and you need time to collect your feelings, and you don't always want to talk to somebody, okay? Sometimes you want to be by yourself, and that's okay, and that's fine. And then when you do need help, you know when to get help and where to seek help. And the way that they're treating you right now, you feel like that's not the place to go to seek help or get help, and that might not be their intentions, but that's how it's coming across and coming off. And you already have some feelings and emotions that you have to deal with, and that's also piling on and adding more emotions. That's unnecessary. Right? Okay. Then we have If This Is Love by Ruth B. with Erase Social Media by Little Uzi Vert with Boy, you said that you made me. Yeah, go ahead and make another one. Okay, so they're literally just trying to control you, and you're realizing now that they are trying to control you, and that's why Spirit's trying to say like you need to move away and pull away from these people. And it's like I just said, like once you do that, it's like they try to use your past to use certain things against you, and then try to make it seem like they care about you and they love you. And then it's just like, if this is love, like I don't want your version of love, kind of thing. And that could be like the book, like it's textbook, like narcissistic, like being controlling, trying to possess somebody and control somebody as your property when they're not. Then we have Never Know, yeah, by Black. Because if you wait on this person to tell you when to go, you will never go. They will never tell you when it's the time for you to move on and move forward. You will always be stuck in ready, set. Like you will never go. It will never be bow, go. Like they will never do it. And so you telling yourself, it's time for me to go. And they're trying to make it seem like you're wrong for it. Yeah, if this isn't love. Like, yeah, this is not love. But New Edition. What does it hurt? Like, this is not love. This is control and possession. See, at the top of the deck, it says the same thing. Like, boy, you say you made me. Go ahead and make another one. It's like you don't want no parts of it. It's like you said, do it again. To do it with somebody else. You don't care. You just want to be free. They're also the popping in my head is like the Matrix, where is it Nano or him, Keanu Reeves, his character, where he was just going everywhere, but there was that one guy that was a clone that was always just trying to like follow him and stop him. It's like that. They try to get a bunch of clones to stop you, and it's just like, bro, like you live your life, let me live my life, and just. I'm not bothering you, and then it's not like you're going around waking other people up. Like, you just minding your business. If they want to wake up, they're going to wake up, right? You can't stop it, kind of thing. And they are trying to do everything in their power to stop it. And it's just me, like, it's like, so you also awakened, but you were trying to suppress the fact that you are awakened. And it's like, that's on you, okay? I mean, your life is not so great, and you know that, and you see that. So maybe you should stop that kind of thing, but then they don't want to. So they're just like, okay, cool. Again, live your life, let me live my life, but they're not letting you do that. Which is how it would cause you to kind of sort of erase your social medias and like pull away from certain people, because they trying to do everything in their power to come to you to get into your circle, and you want no parts of it. Not saying like this person right here is completely different than this person, right? But that's what I mean by you looking for proof and evidence, because you went through this before, you're not trying to do this again, and it's saying like, yeah, this is something completely different, kind of thing. And then we have messages and dreams. Yeah, your dreams is giving you messages and trying to show you the proof that you were trying to ask for. And then we have patterns, bonds, and toxicity. So your emotions going up and down and in and out and stuff like that, because you're starting to realize certain patterns that was keeping you stuck and keeping you bounded in toxic situations. And you're trying to break free from him, and they keep trying to bother you. Yeah, we have empowerment, strength, and the sun. You keep trying, every time you try to pull away and empower yourself, something happens. They try to do something, and it's just and you. Or trying to paint you off to be the problem, and you're not the problem because you're trying to stand on business. Oh, here's another card. Yeah, and we have lack and doubt. They try to make it seem like you lack something to doubt yourself, and there's no reason for you to do that. You can empower yourself and encourage yourself because you know what you want and you know what you need, and they don't. They try to make it seem like they know what's best for you, and they don't. We have the Page of Swords. Also, the whole erasing social media. We know why the Page of Swords keep coming up. First, it could be spying, watching, and they're gossiping and saying all of this and trying to do all this to suppress you, so you could stop empowering yourself and empowering others. Like I said with the Matrix the Matrix movie. And it's because you have the power to, if you have the power to enlighten yourself and heal yourself, imagine what you can do to other people. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. They seen you go on the spiritual journey. They seen you go through all of this. The ups, the downs, the lows, they watched it. They're going to pretend to sit and act like they don't know what did you do because they're in amazement. but they was watching you the whole time. Seven of Swords. They were sneaking, lying, deceiving, decepting, doing all of it. Out of spite and jealousy and envy. Because they lack something that you have. Then we have past life and reach for your goals. Well, if you have known this person before, it is a soulmate from a past lifetime, and reach for your goals. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the future. Okay, I'm going to continue before I say something. Here we have unconditional love. The love between you and another person... Oh, hold on. Love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. Yeah, pretty much like a dog. Well, it counts if you... if you abandon a dog, they still love you. They're kind of sad, okay? You hurt their heart. But if you come and take them back, they would definitely, like, love you again kind of thing. But, like, that's the kind of... So, like, okay. If you have no karmic debt, okay? I don't know how you can figure that out. I'm not sure, okay? I don't know. You will know. I don't know. That would be like another thing I'll have to like look into. I don't really do big on like karmic debts and karmic debt because I don't really want to know. I just know I don't have any more kind of thing. I don't know. But you can always like accumulate karma. So it's just like I might not have none today, but like I might do something and I might get it tomorrow kind of thing. So it's like it's kind of sort of like day by day, which is why I say I don't know. I don't have negative karma because I'm not doing things like to hurt people. Okay, I'm not doing things intentionally to hurt people and stuff like that. Or so I won't have negative karma. I know that much. But like dharma, like good karma, I might like lessons of love and stuff like that, or like friendships. That's what I'm talking about. Like where in a past life where you have no karmic debts, there's no hardship. Well, there's still lessons. There's still gonna be like rocky roads and stuff like that. There still might be some potholes, might be a little bit bumpy, but there's not gonna be like an asteroid coming out of nowhere kind of thing. Like that's not gonna happen, or shouldn't be happening anymore, because you like breaking those patterns and breaking those emotions that cause that. Then we have engagement with open your eyes, and it says your love life is soon ascending to higher levels commitment. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Yeah, like I said before, like now you're paying way more attention than you did before. That was the time I didn't ignore my phone call. I was trying to keep this on track. Then we have open yourself to love. It is safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. Yeah, like I was saying before, like this person's not gonna hurt you. Now there is some people out there that will, but not this person. This person, but just okay. Let me tell you little things about dogs. Right? It doesn't matter if you hurt their owner once. That dog probably will never forgive you. Okay? The owner might forgive you, but that dog got beef with you. Okay? So even if like the dog wasn't there, okay? Like the dog could just send like you hurt their owner, you would betray their owner. They don't trust you. And that dog will not like you. Okay? Cool. So if your person or your friend has some and they just can't explain it, right? There's a hunch. They just can't explain that they just don't like that person. There's a reason. There's a reason. They can't quite put their finger on it because they might put on a show, put on a facade. They can't quite put their finger, but it's something about that person that they don't like. And we have shapeshifter here, like there's something just about that person that they don't like. Right? Because the person is a shapeshifter. They put on whatever role that they need to put on. Even if they just learned it and stuff like that to make it seem like they have all the knowledge and information in it when they actually don't. Like with spirituality, like is it a lot? Some of it really does tie to like science and physics and stuff like that. But there's some randoms in it, right? Rick and Morty popped in my head with the Randotron. But like, there's gonna be twists, there's gonna be turns, but there's gonna be like I said before, there's certain things that's just meant to happen. It's gonna happen regardless. Like, if you're a female, at some point in time in your life, you might end up having a baby. Okay? That might happen. Either you get pregnant or you adopt. It doesn't matter. Or you become a stepmother. At some point in time, you're going to have a child in your life. And that's cool. And that's fine. It's just meant to happen. Like, it's not, you can, no matter what you do, it's going to happen. Okay? It's either you're pregnant, going to have it yourself, or you end up adopt. Or you end up, like, having a kid that's not really, like, that kind of thing. But you see that as your kid, like, kind of thing. So it's like, either way, you still have that motherly nurture, like, kind of thing within you. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No matter what you did, that was going to happen, kind of thing. And now there's certain choices that you can make that speeds up that trajectory that probably is not best, okay? But you can figure it out. It might be a little bit harder to get, to smooth out that road, but you could do it. It is a possibility, Okay, like, just, okay? Like, so then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. The King of Pentacles hold the Ace of Pentacles. And you got Emperor. I don't know if they're trying to say this person is controlling. Or this person brings a solid, stable offer. And it's a solid, balanced Emperor. Because we don't get the Emperor a lot. Okay, we really don't. We really don't get the Emperor a lot. And they said, like, your love life is transcending. And where this is, like, the dark side, or, like, the shadow side of, like, the underlying, like, the woo-woo-woo, like, message. You could be saying, like, erase your social media or don't post as much. Because there is somebody, like, trying to watch you. They're trying to study you. They're trying to, like, become the things that you want. Without realizing that you're smart enough not to fall for that trick. And you end up going to still pick the person that is solid, stable, and balanced for you. When you take the time to get to know them and stuff like that. Because you have flowers here. It's very innocent as well. And you have the sun. Like, it's so nice. Yeah, you find yourself a solid, stable Emperor. The Spirit was like, baby, we were telling you that he was coming. He was on his way. Right, we're gonna send you happiness. Right, but they were saying, like, yeah, the 5 of Wands, they gonna be like a battle. There's a little bit of conflict. Right? And it's pretty much saying, like, where's the conflict is coming from. Might not want to post this person a lot. Where, like, what popped in my head is where people, I don't know if there's gonna be a height difference. If it is, it really would work great for you. Right? If you take a picture and their face is not really, because they too tall, that's fine. Right? And they might do the same thing for you. It's not saying, like, they're hiding you. Okay? You're not hiding them. That's not the case. That's not the problem. Is, no face, no case. Oh, Cardi B. Because there is going to be people that are just purposely trying to sabotage your relationship because you have that person. Not saying, like, your person is going to really, like, entertain it. They don't. But they understand, like, there's going to be people doing the exact same thing to them just for you. So, yeah, they not, like, which is the whole hideaway kind of thing. Like, people know y'all together. Like, people know you in a relationship. Or they gonna know anything about that person you're in a relationship? Nope. Oh, it also popped in my head with Sky, with Sky Jackson. She was like, even if he goes missing, I'm not gonna post him. Like, I'm not gonna know. Like, that kind of thing. And it's like, because like, there's gonna, like, a whole battle competition. And it's like, there's no need for all the stress and, like, drama that will happen or come and occur. See, it moved the reverse. Like, there's a lot of secrets and hidden animosity and illusions that's being painted that you're not trying to fall for again. You're not trying to... Like, if you can avoid it, you're avoiding it. And your person will understand because either they have, like, again, like I said, a similar story. And they just like, look, that's cool with me. And they see where you coming from, you see where they coming from, where y'all can compromise, y'all compromise. They don't mind you having your own opinion in your own life, just like they have their own life and their own opinion and their own belief. Like I said, where y'all can compromise, y'all can compromise. But where they're not, where later on, where this person probably will, like, secretly try to control you and use it against you, you're not falling for that. You see through it. And with the sun being here and, like, all this, like, illusions is down, like, and obliterated, like, if the sun is shining, there's no suppressing or anything in the relationship or any way, shape, or form. Where in your old relationship, they probably was battles and competition. Where this one is more, it's very friendly and it's empowering. Where they pushing you to be a better version of yourself, not like competing with them, kind of thing. Um, they they don't see you as competition. They really appreciate and admire you. And the same thing for like friends. It's not just romantic and stuff like that. It could be like, it might start off romantic and then friends come later, or like friends first, like a romantic person later. But it's like either way, like you realizing the difference between control and unconditional love. And then we have building blocks. And okay, we have peace. Yeah, Spirit is pretty much saying like the catch is this person is trying to, it's gonna show you what love is. Like, because if you wait on everybody else and stuff like that, you will never take action or go when you needed to go. You'll always be stuck on ready and set. Like you always be building something and you'll never be finished. And that's not fair to you because they are doing it for like out of spite and deceptive reasons, which they're not going to tell you. Right. Then this card came out slanted, so I'm just going to keep it slanted, which is strength. And I was using this deck to pretty much be like the lesson. So it's saying to realize the difference between pride and ego and stuff like that. Pride, ego suppresses, it oppresses, it belittles, it hurts people and also hurts like the person. But the person is more so in the state of mind like, even if it hurts me, I won't hurt that person. So they don't really realize that they're hurting themselves. And like strength is like actual, true empowerment that we have here. And realizing the difference between that and even within inside yourself. And we have temperance. Also like be kind to yourself and give yourself time. You're gonna have like some mixed emotions and stuff like that. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be times where you're happy. There's gonna be times where you're sad. There's gonna be times where you thought you was over it, and then come to find out, it pissed you off. Because why would they do that to you? And it's because you're still healing like your heart space from it, and you're realizing that how you love and care for people, it's not the same how people like love and care for others. But I gotta say, like, you can't always expect yourself from people, kind of thing. You just gotta like whatever they can give, kind of thing. And when it's not enough or it's not good, it's not great, realize that and walk away with the Eight of Cups. Like realize it's no longer serving you, this is hurting you, and it's time to walk away. And we have the Magician, and turn things around. Like this, it was a bad situation, but you turned it and made good out of it. You find some sort of peace. You didn't just settle for like the bare minimum, where you were sad and depressed and melancholy, and not seeking help, or where everybody see that you need help and not really helping you. You got out of it and got the help that you need. Took the time that you need. It probably, it wasn't like very quick change on like a drop of a hat. Like it was slow and steady. I just realized the lesson was all major arcanas. And it's more so tied to like spirituals or the upper. Falling for the illusions and people's tricks. The whole pride and confidence kind of thing. There's a difference. True strength is knowing when to be gentle and when to be kind. Pride and ego is all like, what popped in my head is bitchy kind of thing. Like you just being bitchy for absolutely no reason, and it's because you're intimidated by somebody. And realizing the difference. Like if somebody, like, there's enough resources for everybody. Everybody can win. There's enough money for everybody. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But when one person is trying to, like it's a crab in a carrot, like a crab bear, trying to like be the one on top and climb over everybody and step on other people and bring them down. You're realizing like that's just pride and ego and vanity, and we don't need that. Okay, we're just gonna leave that where it is, and we're gonna go about our business. Okay? Because that is negativity and toxicity. And we don't do that over here. And just go about your business. Like, there's no reason to try to step on anybody. There's enough for everybody. Okay? Then before you be like, is there really? Like, if Jesus was out here fed a group of people with 2 fish, okay, and a loaf of bread, and he made it it's enough for everybody. You don't have to step on all people. It's just enough. Now, devils and the demons will try to tell you, it's not enough. You need more. You don't. So now you're trying to do everything to get more, and then you realize, I'm still sad. Why? It's because it was never going to bring you happiness. Happiness comes from within, not just something outside of yourself. External. That's crazy. And also, you don't know how to make yourself happy, which is why you're not happy. Still, internal. Which is why this Chariot is the 7th card. You have to be balanced within your light and your shadow. You have to realize, like, damn, I did fucked up. I'm not the best person. I do have a shadow side. Embrace that shadow. Right? Look into it. Look at them skeletons that you try to hide away. Why do you try to hide them? Is it really that bad? Like with me, my bluntness. Sometimes that probably is a problem for people. But then, so I suppress that and then try to find a nicer way for me to say it. And then sometimes it might take me a while, okay? And like, do it take it that long to find it? It does. Like, it does. Because sometimes the truth hurts. But I'm not saying it to hurt you. I'm saying it with compassion. So it's just like, so I was like, if you come to me and be like, oh, am I an asshole? And I'd be like, yes. Truth hurts, but like, yes, you're an asshole. Why are you an asshole? Because you know that you did it because this, and the third. I'm not saying it to purposely hurt your feelings. I'm saying it because, like, you can do better and be a better person, so do that. Be that kind of thing, you know? But, you know, some people be like, well, you're an asshole for telling me that I'm an asshole, and it's just like, what? But you knew you was an asshole, kind of thing. So it's like, but how am I an asshole for calling you an asshole for being an asshole? Huh? Then why'd ask me? You see? Like, it's that. It comes to that. It's just basically saying, like, that person knows that what they did is wrong, and they try to make you feel bad for what they did, and they have no reason for feeling bad, so just go about your business. They try to create an illusion, and you have no reason to fall for the illusion, to fall for the trick. Just go about your business. Because they're trying to lie and deceive and trick themselves and play themselves, and they're not really doing a great job of it, and they're not doing a great job of playing you or tricking you. So just, you know, go about your business and move on. Yeah. And then we have the Page of Cups with God who rejoices with divine comfort and giving consolation and protection from one's enemies, with the Moon with Archangel Gabriel, with God is my strength, with divine revelation and revealing messages, have the power to destroy, has the power to illuminate, shine a light on a lot of things. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles with God the teacher, with intelligent talent and providing knowledge. And then we have the Empress with God the Father, the generous, with fertility, fruitfulness, and a sore peace between married couples. A short peace between married couples. Funny enough, when I was talking about a mother, I didn't really mean that. But, like, it could be a business. That could be a child. It could be your baby. And stuff like that. You nurse, like, you could become a mother in many different ways. And then we have the Ace of Wands with the Pan-shaped God, with fertility and multiple. And then we have protection against despair and help one be patient. So he pretty much is on this journey. Have to learn these lessons, and Temperance talks about being patient, right? Because you want to touch things out, and it's not gonna be like, things is not gonna be instant right away. There's gonna, like, you need. I was just talking about cooking. Like, you need to let things, like, cook, simmer, settle, kind of thing. Like, it needs all of that. You have to do that. There's times with the season, you know, marinate. Okay, that's important. And then there's, you know, sometimes things you could just, like, slap it onto something and just go. But this, or whatever you're trying to cultivate, whatever you're trying to grow, whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to have, it's not that. You just can't just be slapping things together. Like, it needs to be put together correctly. It's very trying to teach you how to be patient, okay? How to be, like, one with yourself. Because when you realize that, like, you have this connection with yourself, like, mind, body, soul, spirit, okay? Your spirit is connected to your soul. And then, you know, the Holy Trinity, is God the Father. We have, God Father, and then we have the generous. It's the Holy Spirit, okay? And the Spirit talks to your what? The soul, okay? So if your soul is blocked, or you're not balanced with it, you're not connected with it, you're not really connected with them, okay? And you get miscommunication, and they need you to just woosah, be calm. You are where you need to be. Don't worry what everybody else is trying to tell you. You're like, oh, you should be doing this. You should be here. You should be there. No one put that restrictions on you, put those limitations on you. Just don't. Just release all of it. Just let it go. Just shut it. Okay? And because you expecting or like having those expectations to be like, oh, well, when I was 5, I said I will have this between this age. You have to realize the world changed. Okay? There was a lot of things you didn't know about when you was a kid. Okay? You got more information now. We didn't know the value of a dollar back then, okay? And now the value of the dollar is not the same, okay? Because there's more information now. So you got to give yourself a little bit of leniency, right? Which is what the temperature is talking about. But you have the cups. Not everything is going to get back in the cup, okay? Because some things might get filtered out, and that's fine, and that's cool, okay? But that can lead you to somewhat despair, having expectations. Just let it go, okay? No, don't have to put it on yourself. Don't let nobody put it on you. Just let it go. Just whatever happens, okay? Just have that mindset. Shit happens, okay? Whatever happens. Shit gonna happen anyways, kind of thing. And if somebody's lying, it's just like at some point in time, the truth gonna come out regardless. It doesn't matter, okay? Either if you do something, or you force them to tell you the truth, but it just gonna come out regardless, kind of thing. If you feel like somebody's lying to you, there's something off about it, just leave it alone, walk it away, okay? You don't have to dig more. You don't have to go down the rabbit hole. Just leave it alone. Truth gonna come out at some point in time, okay? Just go about your business. And it's like with the Eight of Pentacles, like spend your time wisely on things that actually will help benefit you, rather than waste your time on nonsense and pretending like you actually do know the topic when you don't, kind of thing. Or pretend like you understand something when you don't actually understand something. Like, I don't understand, like, physics. I understand certain parts of physics, okay? I'm not gonna say, like, I don't understand physics. I get certain parts of physics, okay? But some things I fucking don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Am I gonna talk to you about that shit? No. Because I don't fucking understand it. Like, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna do this. If it comes up, I'll literally I have no problem saying it. I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. But the whole parallel universe, I know that's thing in there. Yeah. And your choices affect, yeah. I get that. That's very clear. That's obvious. We've been having that. But there's books and stuff like that. There's what's fate and destiny and stuff like that. I think there's our fate is tied into our destiny and stuff like that. Is certain things you do can affect, like, what you do, like your fate. Yeah, but you still have, like, there's a destiny. You're still destined to do it. You're still going to do it regardless. That's just me. Then we have the angel of friendship, with the dog, you see. And we have the angel of truth. Yeah. Truth gonna come out regardless. So if somebody lie to you, okay? They just wanted you to see how they lying skills. Especially if you knew that they was lying, it's clearly not that great. That's all you needed to know. This person's a liar, okay? Like that. But yeah, that's all I see for you, Pile 1. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, how about what? Hi, Pile 2. It was like a mixture of hello and welcome, Pile 2, and it's just like, wait. Whoa, brain fart. You picked cosmic egg. So what I noticed was the snake, and if you've been here for a while, normally a snake means except for this deck, but like in other decks, a snake means like the narcissist and stuff like that. And then seeing that there's an egg, it could be like you're doing something very spiritual, because in this deck the snake talks about like a teacher, spiritual teacher and stuff like that, and a guide. You could be doing something very spiritual and being led, and this narcissist or somebody with narcissistic tendencies, somebody that's trying to control you, is trying to, oh yeah, because I'm looking at my, like, I got a little hand right? And then it has like a snake on it. But then when I was I was talking about the snake, and then I looked over at the spider. You can see it. Like they more so want to control you and stop you from doing what you want to do. So they trying to like create a bunch of lies or to keep create something to keep you stuck in it. And then I looked at the moon. Like it comes and goes in like different phases. Sometimes it's like this person. What about this? This person is not like a primary person in your life. Like they come in and out with certain things. You know, we have like different colors on here. We have yellow, orange, pink, green, and blue, but also white. So you're trying to clear things out and clean things out, and for you to feel more comfortable, you start taking action on certain things and trusting yourself a little bit more. And this person is pretty much trying to like stop that from happening and get you to second guess yourself. Also try to get other people to like pull away from you. And also they try to get people to pull away from you that cause you to like think that you're the problem, and because nobody wants to be around you. But the reason why nobody wants to be around you is actually because of this person, not things that you're doing. You're fine, you're great, you're doing great things and wonderful things, which is triggering them and pissing them off, because what you're doing, I don't say they can't do, they don't want to do, or like try to make themselves a better person to do the things that you're doing. Because either what popped in my head just now, it's too hard. Like I don't I guess that's the reason why they don't want to try. But it's like life is hard, and it sucks sometimes. But it's like you gotta do what you gotta do. Like it's not just gonna you wake up one day and all of a sudden like life is better. Like no, you have to like put work and effort into making life better. Don't mind the pendulum shaking. I'm moving the table. But yeah, let's see what comes out for your dream. But that's what I noticed. But also, the cosmic egg more so ties to like your chakras. I don't remember which one that one ties to. Let me be honest. But we have loneliness. I don't know what you're talking about. But then in this deck, the snake is a different kind of snake, because that snake is a cobra, and their face is different. This is a whole different snake. So it's like, this is why I brought up the whole narcissist. But the cosmic part in this deck is like being spiritually led and spiritually guided. And okay, I don't know if he was here, but it was one time where I said like there was a cult. Okay, I don't know if it's actually like a cult, okay, or it's just a group of people that have the same mindset and thinks alike, do the exact same thing, and what pops in my head is like everybody's dating everybody pretty much. Like now what's popping in my head was like, come play with us, Stewie, forever and ever and ever. Like them, like the twins, they would be that shit, but like multiple of them. And it's not like they really think for themselves. They used to, now they don't, kind of thing. And you were never a part of that. Oh, have you ever watched like Inside Job and stuff like that? Where is it Mike? Where he has like a hive and they have a hive mind. You wanted no parts in anything like that, and because they couldn't like they need to try to do everything in their fucking power to try to get you to like be a part of it, or I really don't fucking know, because you didn't want no parts in it. So it's like regardless of whatever they did or threw at you, you wasn't gonna be a part of it. But so it's like they could have tried to like isolate you and tell people, oh, like don't be her friend, she's a problem, because you could have been brainwashed into doing what they wanted you to do. And even if you dated somebody and they would brainwash you, wasn't brainwashed, and I won't say like that caused rift in the relationship, but that's, if you're not with the person, that's basically why you're no longer with the person. And yeah, it was just, you technically didn't do anything wrong. All you literally, what you did was listen to spirit and trust your intuition, and that saved you pretty much, because you would have been in some weird ass cult. Also, if it's stuff like, it might not be like a cult, like I said, it could just be like a hive mind, people think alike, like in a family, where it's very like codependent, and nobody really is doing what they want to do or stuff like that. What kind of like the Kardashians kind of thing, like how they all kind of sort of do the same thing in a way, and they all kind of sort of have to like check in with each other, make sure that's okay and that's okay. And now with Courtney, she's like by herself and stuff like that, and she pulled away. Even though she was always low key reserved and like to herself, and she really didn't want to like participate. Now it seemed to be more of a problem, and it's just like because it's working out for her, like where she was with Scott and stuff like that. We saw all the turmoil and all that, like this whole day was taken on. Nobody really did anything. Where now you see her like she's a little bit more happy, a little bit like she's always been herself. She always been that, comeback queen a little bit in that family. But it's like where everybody else is like slowly changing into like we all grow and evolve, but it's like what they used to be to like this is like completely different. It's like Courtney pretty much stayed the same. Like it never really changed. And that's another thing I also brought up with. They painted and created a whole bunch of lies, and then you do not fit into what they're trying to say and paint you off to be, and somehow that's pissing them off. Rather than just stop fucking lying and say the fucking truth, they decide, no, let's continue to like lie and just be like, oh well, that can't be her, blah 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 blah. And then it could be a family, it could be a work situation, it literally could be fucking anything. It's just a group of like-minded people that is thinking and believing and doing the whole like the same thing, but it's all fake. So, well, it's all pretty much everything that they believe is a lie. So they pretty much living their life based off a lie. You weren't living your life based off a lie and nonsense, which is why things are working out for you and you moving on, you moving forward. And things are not working out for them, and somehow they blame you for that when it's not your fault. It's their fault. And then we have nudity. I don't know if this will count, but either way, I'm not taking a chance. Cause you got a butt out. I don't know. But nudity, which is pretty much being like you being yourself and being vulnerable and being open. And then in this, this card normally reminds me of like the opposite of the tarots, because like her back is turned to us, yes, but then we see her butt, and that's how the world card reverse is. So you're lonely and you want to be able to be yourself and be true to yourself and express yourself, but then it's like you remember when the last time you tried that or the last time that happened, how like the results of it, and it's pretty much that was the results because they were trying to control you and possess you, and you did what you were supposed to do, which don't let anybody control you. You have control over you. It's your mind, it's your feelings, it's your emotions, it's your goal. You don't need nobody telling you how to move, how to act, and where to go. Okay? And that's basically what they're trying to do. And it's just like they can't even control themselves, but yet they want to control another person. And you just feel like you shouldn't be controlled by somebody that can't control themselves, because it's going to lead to disaster. So it's like, you did great. You did what you're supposed to do. And we have fighting. Yeah, none that's a problem. Because you being real and true and authentic to yourself and speaking your truth, living in your truth. And like I just said, they live in a lie and following nonsense. It's going to piss them off. Because you're supposed to be the enemy, but yet the enemy is winning. Another thing. Darkness and violence never wins. At all. Okay? They might have won the battle. Okay, that's cute. A little battle, fine. But you ain't gonna win the war. Right? So, they doing all this to pretty much slow you down to make you think like they're gonna win and they on top and they doing this and they so strong. And, okay, if they so strong, why they need other people to like team up against you? Right? Okay. And also with the lonely and the binoculars, like I've been saying, somebody is watching. They've been watching you. They've been seeing you, everything that you're doing. They're gonna pretend like they haven't, and they don't know how you're doing what you're doing. They know how you're doing what you're doing. They're just amazed by how you're doing what you're doing because they didn't expect it to come from you. And that causes them even more of a fight. And if you dated somebody, it's like they in a fight within themselves because they pride and like higher self. Their higher self is very glad and happy that you got out of it because they are aware of what the fuck is going on. They know. They just gonna pretend. They pretending to be dumb and play dumb and act like they don't know what's going on because I guess it's benefiting them. They're getting money in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I don't really care to know how that whole cult thing is working out or how it's coming together. I don't care. Don't care. I really don't. There's a false, if they have a tarot reader, the tarot reader is inaccurate. saying it reverse. So like, and they're not realizing that, which is why I'm even more confused, which is why I don't really care how this going on. So like, let's say, like the tarot reader that they're using is reading the energy opposite. So they're making it seem like, or telling, in this case, the cross watcher, right, that their side is winning and you're losing, when in all honesty it's flip. You're winning, they're losing. I just said negativity will never win. They were not going to win. It was never going to win. Because the reason why they was doing all this in the first place was to control, oppress, and suppress somebody. As if they're a possession. No. And so they think that you're doing something when, in all honesty, you're not doing anything but focusing on yourself and making your life better. It's just, they just keep believing lies and acting based off of lies rather than fact checking and finding out the truth. This, like, that tarot reader could literally say, like, oh, within a few days, person gonna get punched in the face. And then, like, a few days pass by, you're fine. They watching you. They didn't see you get punched in the face, but yet they got punched in the face. You don't realize this person didn't get punched in the face, but that was the person that's supposed to get punched in the face, but you got punched in the face. Clearly, she's flip it. You're the one that's gonna get punched in the face. You're the one that's gonna, get it? Is more so that scenario. But the reason, I won't say, like, I don't know if the person, the reader knows that they're lying or giving inaccurate messages. But if they do know, the reason why they are doing that is because they won't get a lot of viewers speaking the truth and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really sorry to say, but like, you can't suppress somebody and oppress somebody, bully, belittle, and do all this and still expect good karma. Like, no, you're gonna get regular karma. Cause why are you doing that? And it's not fair. Like, it is what it is. And it's because this person have a sense of entitlement, but I really don't see where they got it from or why they have it, but hey. And then we have buying as the random card. So they pretty much trying to get, if they come back, they're trying to like pretty much buy and get back in your good graces by like trying to throw money at the situation, or just buy back your forgiveness and buy back your love. But you don't really care to be around this person anymore because you have awakened to all the fights that this person has caused with like others, but also with you and within yourself. And we have the bear reverse. It's technically like in this deck, they normally don't go reverses, but I took a reverse because of this deck. Because in the upright, the bear is also a spiritual and a leader and stuff like that, but it's reversed. It's somebody that is in a leadership position that just abused their power. Also, it was the 10 of Wands, and there's another reason why that's why I took a reverse, because it's the 10 of Clubs. And it's like the burdens are down and stuff like that. You're releasing those burdens because you're living in your true authentic self. And we have Tree reverse, which is the 7 of Hearts, which is the 7 of Cups. So the illusions is down as well. These two came out together. So we have Crossroads and Tower. And then that is the Queen of Diamonds with the Queen of Pentacles. And the 6 of Spades, which is 6 Swords. The Queen of Pentacles is trying to move on to calmer waters. And yet you at a crossroads because you don't want to fight. Like, just because you can doesn't mean you should or that you won't. Okay, like if you took how to say this, might be a little, either way. Like the right when the BDSM test was like a very big thing, a high thing and stuff like that, right? Me, like, I can be a brat tamer or stuff like that. I'm not much of a brat. It's very low on it, but like brat tamer is very high. Now, do that means I want a brat? No. I can tame them, yeah. But do I want to do that all goddamn day? No. Like this. No. I'm not, kind of thing. So it's like that. Like, just because I can do something doesn't mean I want to do it all the time. right? Because that's not even the most top thing on this. It's just like, okay, like I can put somebody in their place, no problem. I've been through that, but it's just like I don't always want to put somebody in their place. Like if you want to be there, you be there. Like I don't really care, kind of thing. And that's kind of sort of where you at now. It's like if you want to believe lies and live your life based on the lie, you do that, okay? You like it, okay, like kind of thing, and you go about your business, and then they mad because you. I don't know if they wanted you to be their savior, and you yanked them out, and it's just like no. It's like if they didn't listen to Jesus, why would they listen to you? Huh? And then it's just like that's why you at a crossroads, because it's like you feel bad because you want to help people, and it's like. But you're like when you try to help them, it end up being a fight and end up being problems, and then that leads to a tower moment where you feel like you're hitting rock bottom, things are not what it seems, you don't know what's happening and stuff like that. And then it's also what this person was telling you was inaccurate. They was lying to themselves, lying to a bunch of people, also lying to you. So it was unstable and ungrounded, which is why there is a tower moment, and which is why people like you're trying to move on to calmer water because it's nothing but chaos. But they are trying to keep you stuck and keep you at this crossroad, to keep you at this oboe. Like if you move forward, like you don't know what is out there, but like you already know like what's there. Like in the past, it's fighting and bickering and toxicity and negativity and unstable and ungroundedness and lies and uncertainty. You don't want that. So it's like you move on, you move forward. Like yes, people are still gonna lie to you, but you're not lying to yourself, and you're more aware to realize when somebody is lying to themselves, to be like, all right, you see you later, kind of thing, and go about your business. Because not and buying, we having like time, like you literally, you pay more attention of how you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with and who's around you, and if it's draining you and stuff like that, and also with the snake, with the buying, it's all like love bombing and stuff like that. They try to like shower you with gifts until you get back in your good graces. But once they're there, they put all that stops and they go back to being their regular asshole self. And then we have Sewer Mermaid with your sensuality is beautiful. And then we have the mermaid, the Angel de la Mortes with transition to the spiritual realm. Do you understand? Like, it's real clear to see, like, you becoming more spiritual. They don't like that for some reason because they can't control you. And then you was never meant to be controlled by these people. Also, because I remember they were trying to use the Bible. Like, if you... like, for one, okay, if you really paid attention to the Bible, you will really, like, or just history in general, the church seems to have, like, a lot of problems with people thinking for themselves. Okay? Galileo, we all know about Galileo because of Queen. Galileo, that dude, right? he literally got kicked out of the church because he told the church, I think everybody should have a Bible and be able to read it on their own. Right? Church was like, no. Y'all not smart enough to understand the words. So that's why we read it to you. And then, because y'all can't understand it. And Galileo's like, but you don't understand it because what you're saying is inaccurate. And then they was like, what? What are you talking about? The church at that point in time believed that Earth was the center of the universe and everything else surrounds and circles the Earth. Is that correct? No. No. The sun is the center, and the Earth revolves around the sun, just like all the other planets. Galileo proved that. Church was like, yeah, nope, heathen, get out. And kicked him out because he was right, proved them wrong, and what he was saying is right. Like, you're preaching inaccurate information, so people's going to follow inaccurate information, and because of that would lead to more problems, disaster, and stress, and burdens, and negativity that is unnecessary. So, either way, also, that's Galileo. But if you also read the Bible, you're supposed to have a personal relationship with Jesus. You don't need somebody else to, like, talk to you. Like, me, kind of thing. Like, even though I'm a tarot reader, at some point in time when you fully awaken and you start believing and trusting yourself anymore, you won't really need tarot readings or need a tarot reader, and I'm fine with that. That's cool. I pretty much literally did my job. Like, helped you trust yourself a little bit more, trust your intuition, so you can just speak to Jesus or Holy Spirit directly. And it's like, you do you, boo boo. Now, if you need help, okay, they get a little bit quiet. You don't know what they're trying to tell you. I get that from time to time. Like, I understand. Like, it's not because I don't know what they tell me to do. It's just like they will say it real fast, and I'm just like, like that kind of thing. Like, huh? And then ADHD brain be taking over, and it's like, what are we just talking about? And then from Chicken Little, like, what were we just talking about? And it's like, what? And then it's like, when I started doing it, it'd be like, oh, yeah, this, like, kind of thing. So it's like, the intuition from time to time, like, it comes, and it's very powerful, very accurate, stuff like that. And you be like, in the moment, and be like, yeah, did it. And as soon as, like, sometimes when it's time to, like, to do it, it's like, what? Like, what kind, like, that kind of thing. But it's like, they're still there, but they are not saying anything because they know that you can't do it. You already have all the information. You, like, if you get confused, they will help you. They will give, like, they will send, like, a little something your way. Be like, hey, remember this thing. Or even, like, when you're not confident enough, it's like, as of yet, you want to do more research. They understand that. They get that, right? Like, for me, in one of this case, in one of the scenarios, like, I have a business, okay? And where in the beginning, I was more so doing, like, resin and stuff like that. And then it turned to body butters. Now you might think, like, that doesn't really connect, so that really didn't go together. But it's like, it does. Where this, I can create it however you want me to create it. The body butter, it's a scent that you might like, that you could use, like Bath and Body Works and stuff like that. It goes together. So it's like, it's more things that so, like, tailored to you and personalized to you. Like, some people might like flowery, so I have flowery scents. Some people might like smelling like candy, which is why I have cotton candy. Like, it's smelling sweet. And it's just like, yeah, so it's like all my little aspects of myself is like in that business. It's like in a part of it. So then there's another part where it was wax melts, and I'm just like, I like wax melts, I like candles, but it's like, kind of thing. And like, I looked into it and stuff like that, how to create it, how to do it, and stuff like that. And when it was time for me, like, to take that step and take that initiative, it wasn't as stressful and panicky as I was making it seem to be. Because it did flow with everything that I was doing. Like, it goes together. Like, people have, like, with houses, like, every house have, like, a particular scent. Even if you have, like, the same body butter or the same, like, wax melt, it will smell different on you mixed with, like, your natural, like, scent or, like, stuff like that. And it's like, it always will be different and tailored to your own person. And same thing with business. Like, it might, like, Bath and Body Works is very popping and stuff like that. But then, like, Body Shop, you don't really hear about that as much, or people don't really go there as often, but they do basically the same thing. But it's all like, they're not saying that one is more successful than the other. It's, they both doing what they love in the way that they love it, in the way that they care for it. And it's being more true to yourself and being like, listening to your guidance and stuff like that, and realizing that you think that it doesn't go together, but it actually, like, it does go together in a way. And then, yeah, so, like, that being said, you probably feel like at some point in time, you fell short. You did this, and the third, and this is technically counted as sin. So Jesus can't be talking to you. God can't be talking to you because you're a sinner. Literally every last person he has used in the Bible was a sinner. You're no different. It's literally, we were born in sin, okay? That no matter what, you're gonna sin. The only person that didn't sin was Jesus. Like this, everybody else is going to sin. Jesus died for your sins, so it's already forgiven. You said you go to him, you go to Jesus, you go to God. Do not go to the other person. Understand the Catholic Church, but you don't really have to do that. You don't have to go to confessions. You could if you want to, but you don't really. You could just literally go to Jesus and be like, I did this, and the third. I feel shitty. I'm sorry. I will try my best to not do it again. Can you help me not do this again? Kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, got you. I forgive you. Let's move on. Kind of thing. If you need to be, like, punished and chastised and recommend, he will do that. Why? Because God is technically our father, our parent. If your kid do something wrong, you're going to, like, discipline it, are you not? He loves you, so he disciplines you. Not that he hates you and he just wants the worst for you. No. You want the worst for you. He wants the best for you, which is why he keeps trying to wake you up to get you the best, but you're not. You're just settling for, like, worse. And it's like, Okay, and then he helps those who help themselves. It's literally, you're showing him that you don't want help. You're fine where you are, so which is why he's just like, okay, fine, I'm gonna leave you where you are. And then you'd be like, no, help me. And it's just like, well, you wanted to be there, kind of thing. And, well, not you, but like the people. So which is why they're there, and you went about your business because you simply asked that you do, like, and you went about your business, and he was like, yeah, I got you, and that kind of thing. Also, if they're trying to blame you and put you off to be the problem, Meshach, Nishach, and Abednego, read that story. It's in the Old Testament. The reason why they was thrown in the fiery furnace was because they praised and worshipped God like good, decent people. And everybody else was like, well, we have a king. You should bow to the king. You should be worshiping the king. And blah, 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 blah. So they went to the king, told them, Nishach, Meshach, and Abednego, every day they pray to their God, and they don't pray to you. They don't do this to you. They don't bow to you. They don't blah, blah, blah. And then the king was like, you know what? I should make a rule. Everybody got to pray about me and worship me. Meshach, Nishach, and Abednego was like, what should we do? And then they was like, let's talk to God about it. And they prayed to God. They knew to God. They bowed. They did all that. They already knew that they was going to do that. So they went, told the king. The king liked them because they were decent human beings. So, but this was a rule. This was a law. They technically broke the rule, broke the law. Man-made law, not like spiritual law, because God said do not worship anybody else or any false god, because that'll piss him off. Okay? It will piss him off, and he does not like it. Because they're not as strong as him. They cannot do what he can do. And he has shown and proven many times in the Bible that he destroys them. Okay? Destroy him. So you're worshiping literally somebody that is weak. You know? And it's like, what? Why? And I can do all this for you, kind of thing. And so the king had to punish him because he had to, like, be a man. He had to stand on business, be the man of his word. So he put him in the fiery furnace, and then he told him to, like, make the furnace hotter than it was supposed to be. To the point that when they opened the doors, okay, the people that opened the doors also got burnt. But Meshach, Nishach, and Abednego was perfectly fine. And also, people was confused because they looked in there. They was like, there's another person. And then the king was like, how? You put 3 people in. How there's 4 people in there? It can't be 4 people in there if you put 3 people in. Math, not math. And then they was like, get him out, okay? Get him out. Get him out of there. And then when they realized they was fine, there was no problem, the king was like, we worship their God now, okay? Fuck with everything I just said. Fuck all that. Their God, we worship their God. We pray to them, we bow to them. That's it. So now the people, okay, that try to, like, get you to be thrown in this fiery furnace, we don't really know what happened to them. I think the story is pretty much like Jesus was in the fiery furnace. He protected them from all the hardship and negativity that these people try to put onto them. They try to burn him, and they wasn't going to get burnt. It's like plenty of times. Depression and even suicide, that's also in the Bible and stuff like that. So it's very normal, where people try to make it seem like it's not normal, and that's not very fair, which is why it's very important to have, like, a personal relationship with Jesus, or even just whatever religious book that you read for yourself. So you can, like, you can live your life based off, I won't say, like, based off, like, your beliefs, but, like, tailored to you, where you don't feel like you're doing it because somebody else told you to live your life this way. Kind of thing. Because even the church had beef with Jesus. They're the one that killed him. And they was told that they was going to do it the exact same way that they did. And they didn't realize that until at the end of the day, when somebody came and told them, like, y'all forgot the book of Elijah? When he said that somebody's going to give birth, this going to happen, that going to happen. And he was like, you didn't realize that Jesus, that God killed Jesus? Kind of thing. And then they got upset because they was proven they was preaching all this stuff, and it's like, if you preach it, shouldn't you know it? How come you didn't realize it? And that because there was a pride and ego and the power that they have, that they wanted, that they felt like Jesus wouldn't be humble because he's Jesus. Jesus should be boastful and braggy and stuff like that. That is not Jesus whatsoever. He had very humble beginnings, a very humbled life. He was very humble in everything that he did. Also, again, with the church, he went into a church and flipped the whole table and said that y'all made my house a den of robbers and thieves. And then after that, Paul, who was Saul before that, who was out here killing, okay, Christians, another sinner that he used, changed his life, turned him around, also cursed out the church. It was like, y'all the problem. A big problem. And he was in jail for like a little bit. But like, while doing that, he was like, y'all are the problem. Like, fix it. Change this. Do this. God, Jesus literally said, love your enemies. Yeah, and everybody seemed to be beefing with people. Why? And it's because, oh, this person has this, and this person has that, and I don't have that, so automatically, like, so now you want your other person's stuff, so that's jealousy and envy. Yet, they supposed to be spiritual and trying to use the Bible. Is that not a whole commandment? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbors. Like, you see? Like, it you feel me? So, it's just like, even David, he technically killed, so it's like, you sinned, yes. You fell short, yes. Jesus can still use you. He can still talk to you. And stuff like that. Also with the snake, if you're a girl, it's literally said in the Bible where, like, Eve and Adam found out about the whole thing. God said, like, a woman will literally step on a serpent and will crush the serpent. So if it's girl with a snake, you was gonna crush the narcissist regardless, because the woman is supposed to crush the snake. So either way, they're mad because what's supposed to happen is happening, and it's gonna happen because he says what he says, and he does what he does, and it's gonna happen because if it's written, it's gonna happen. So every, like, girl from some part in time, if they're tied with a narcissist, they will be freed from a narcissist. They will awaken and realize their narcissistic tendencies and be like, yeah, no, I don't want that. Now their ego was hurt, crushing them on their head. So you literally just doing what the Bible was intended you to do. And this person is mad and upset because they're trying to use the Bible and pick and choose certain parts and that best suits them, as if the Bible didn't talk about false prophets and then we need to prepare us, like, be wary of them. So it's like that kind of thing. You just fell and you actually just met a false prophet. And then we have a sea beacon fairy with guidance, but where would it lead you? See, just stupidity and lies. Also, with the snakes being here, Satan, before he was Satan, was an angel. The demons that he has, his little minions, before they were his little minions, they were also angels. You don't think they know Jesus? You don't think they know the word? They do. They just don't live by the word. They know it, they don't live by it. Which how Jesus was different. Where there's some Christians that boast and they brag that they're Christian, or like any like Christians or spiritual person that boast and brag that they're spiritual or stuff like that. They don't need to. If you just live your life the way that you're supposed to live your life, it speaks for itself. Also, all 12 of Jesus' disciples were sinners, which is why they try to label him as a sinner, because he was mixing and mingling with sinners. And then birds of a flock, they're supposed to flock together. Jesus literally showed, like, you can be amongst sinners and don't have to participate in what they're doing. It's pretty much what you did. And where the disciples didn't turn against you, okay, one did, but they didn't turn against Jesus for it. One did, okay, we don't really talk about him that much. But turned against Jesus for it. They didn't really do that. They're more so, some tried, okay, to live like Jesus and live like the way that he intended it to. My bad. But it's a very spiritual dream, a spiritual message. It's pretty much saying, like, there's always be somebody that has something to say about how you live in your life, but yet they don't know what they're talking about. Like, they know the word, they might go and throw the word at you, preach it and stuff like that, but they don't live by it. Because technically what they're, like I said before, what they're doing is suppressing, oppressing, controlling and stuff like that. Is that not a form of abuse? Right? Then they'll also be like, God doesn't do divorces. That's a lie. That is a lie. He does not tolerate abuse, adultery, addiction, or abandonment of any kind. Literally 4 A's. They're literally abusing their power. Abuse. It is grounds for a divorce. Grounds for separation. There's loopholes, but he's very understanding. He knows life happens, and you might need to get yourself out of some things. Then we have the 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3. Because if you do the bookends, it's like your sensuality is beautiful. And then, like, there's, like I said before, if you're, why are they trying to gang up on you if you just, oh, weak and no, like stuff like that? It's because they're all bark and no bite, while you might not be much bark, but you definitely will bite. It definitely will bite. And then we have temperance. Yeah, like, I know I was just talking about like angels, well, not angels, but like spirit and stuff like that. And this is technically an angelic figure, but there's also something like just being patient, like you spending time with spirit, like loneliness, stuff like that. There is a period of isolation where it's literally just you and Jesus, okay? Y'all just walking. And I don't know if you ever saw like that painting where it's like the footprints and stuff, like where it's two footprints and then it becomes one. It's not saying that like Jesus left you. How I think the painting I had when I was a kid is like where Jesus was walking like side by side with you, and let's say like you get tired and stuff like that and you can't walk anymore. He will carry you. He will do the rest and stuff like that. He gets it. Okay, he understands. For example, the prophet Elijah, okay? He was depressed at some point in time, and he literally said, God, you know what? I can't do this no more, okay? I just want to be in your arms and just take me, okay? I'm ready. Let's do this. God was like, let's put a pin in that, okay? Let's go get some food. Let's go get some water. Let's take a nap, okay? And then he sent an angel to comfort him, an angel to be with him throughout, like, the whole situation. He didn't, like, tell him to do anything. Well, he told him to go get food and stuff like that. But, like, he didn't give him anything else to do other than, like, just relax. Take some time out for yourself. Clear your mind. Why are you feeling this way, kind of thing. What's really going on? Turn to me. Lean on me. Kind of thing. Like, because you can't die right now. I need you to do something. So I was like that. And so I was like, buying time, being patient, being balanced within oneself, which is the triangle talks about, like, having mind, body, and soul, like me, myself, and I, and stuff like that. Now I'm not gonna be my own best friend, like, like Beyonce, but like, and it might take some time with the whole water. Like, you might need to, like, I keep calling it like filtration, but it's not. They're not filtering, but it's like testing things out and doing things in moderation. And some things might spill and leave, and like you probably thought like you couldn't live without it, and now you're realizing like you can. And we have the Fool. Yeah, this is a journey or a trip that you're about to go on, that you being very patient, or is this like a journey that's teaching you how to be patient? Yeah, 7 of Wands. So, like, when it's time for you to go, you already know what you're doing, and you have, like, a higher, pretty much like I was saying before, like, with my business, where this, like, wax melts, where I researched before I actually, like, did it in particular, like, and stuff like that. It's kind of sort of with most of my sense, which is why I can tell you why I created them. Because I did it for a certain reason. And that puts you on a very, like, high ground and stuff like that. Now it's Beyonce playing in my ear. That's crazy. But you see, like, he's on like a tightrope and stuff like that. So where, like, shit is gonna happen. Like, everything is not gonna be all smooth and clear and stuff like that. It's gonna be bumpy, but it's like you can defend yourself. You can protect yourself from what all the chaos and confusion that they're trying to throw at you. While you're on this journey, because he has a lantern, and then who has a lantern? The Hermit. The Hermit is known he is alone. Also talk about isolation and loneliness, but the lantern is lit. You have that spiritual knowledge and spiritual information to know why it was in isolation, why it was important for you, why it was beneficial, and now you're going out and stepping out in your power, or just being who you are, and you have the tools and the resources to continue to be who you are and not be like phased or concerned by like other people, or like unbalanced people, unstable people. Ooh. Then we have Linked Reverse. So somebody that's not, they don't really have confidence or strength or bravery. There's more so just pride and ego and vanity. And they try to control and belittle and intimidate other people because they feel inferior. Then we have the third eye with vision, manifestation, and meditation. Yeah, which is why they like pretty much, I won't say like they pulled you away. Like, spirit just like take some time out for yourself. And then we have fire element reverse. And then once it's like once you did that, you was able to see through all the fears and the illusion. Well, you was able to see through the illusions that they was trying to paint and create, right? Out of fear and ego. And then we have reptilian reverse. I don't know this one reverse. I have to look. I'm be honest with you. Okay, so reptilian reverse talks about relaxed acceptance, allowance, and surrendering, and fair and healthy competition. So we're over here. Okay, basically where y'all was in competition, if you knew it or not, they was beefing with you. You wasn't beefing with them, but they was beefing with you. They was competing with you. You wasn't competing with them. Okay. You meditate, pull away, and you start to realize that you start to become more balanced within yourself. You realize, oh shit, like people really be out here beefing with me, and I don't be knowing, kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, but you're accepting that. You accept that, like, people gonna see you and view you as competition. There's not much you can do about that, and be intimidated and be fearful of you. There's not much you can do about that, and that's not saying to like dwindle yourself or suppress yourself, or because I forgot what prophet that was. There's a lesson in there too, but I forgot the prophet where he is supposed to go out and tell, like, God's like, go speak, go ahead, go. And then he was speaking, and it's like there was fights of everything that he was saying because it pretty much went against what like what everybody else wanted to do, even though what he was saying was right and was accurate. So he pretty much told God, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's every time I talk, there's always like a fight or a conflict. It's this and it's that, and God was like, I get it, but like, if you don't like talk, there will be more problems, or they would just be problems. And there was already problems, so there's gonna be even more problems. So it's like, might as well just speak, kind of thing. And the person just continued speaking, and it's like everything that he did, like everything he said, came to pass. It was true. You can be mad about it all you want, but it is what it is, kind of thing. Like, if you look at your weather app, and let's say within 2 days it's gonna rain, I hate the rain. Why it's gonna rain? Regardless, it's gonna rain. Okay, like, it is what it is. Just prepare, kind of thing. Like, that's basically what they were supposed to do, rather than be mad at this person and blame them. Like, it's not like, it's literally being mad at the messenger, and it's just like, I didn't ask to be the messenger, okay? I didn't, like, you can like get the message yourself, but you refuse to listen, which is why I have to be sent. If you just listen, I wouldn't be sent, kind of thing. And it's because it's easier to accept what they want to accept and the life that they're living, because it seems fun. And you can have fun with Jesus. You really can. It's like, it's fun without hurting yourself or hurting other people. It's way better. A lot better. Where rather than hurting yourself, trying to hurt somebody else or trying to keep up with somebody else, which is why I keep saying they trying to compete with you, but they can't compare. Also, you're not competing, so it makes no sense. And then we have child, eternal, and the shadow aspect. You have to read that from the book because I'm not flipping that over. Then we have visionary and the light aspect. As it says, somebody that has the capacity to envision what is not yet to come, and the willingness to proclaim visions without personal gain. But this person is literally doing it for personal gain, which is in this little aspect. And then I don't remember how these came out, so I'm gonna just have it slanted. So we have detective and judge. And again, see, they been watching, but they're doing it for like personal gain. And then try to make us like say like this is what's happening, but they're inaccurate. Which is the whole child eternal. I've pretty much been saying that this person don't really have spiritual gift. They might be with the whole visionary kind of thing. Humans can be very predictable, and I think that's what it is. They don't actually have spiritual gifts or spiritual knowledge. They just going based off like, oh, this person, like a pattern kind of thing. Jesus don't really follows a pattern. Nah. So you can, which could be why it's always inaccurate information. And we have wishes, hope, praying, and yearning. Also, with the detective being here, and they prejudge the situation, so now if they being a detective, they're trying to find information that best suits them and what they're trying to find. So, like I said before, you didn't do anything wrong. You're not a horrible person. You're not a bad person. But they're trying to paint you off to be. So they're more so trying to find things that shows that you're a bad person or that a horrible person. And there's nothing to find because you're not really doing much, kind of thing. And then we have financial support with child alimony and government. Then we have divine masculine. I told you somebody doing some shit for money. And the whole cult, whatever that is all about, it was technically the divine masculine, and they're not the one in charge. They're not the one in charge, which is why they keep coming out. For majority of times, they used to come out as like a king, and then it dwindled down to a knight, and then it dwindled down to a page. They listen to somebody else. They don't actually move on their own accord. And we have integration and union. So they praying and wishing and yearning that y'all come back together, but y'all not gonna come back together. And since y'all not gonna come back together, they try to paint you off to be a horrible person and try to make it seem like you don't deserve to be with anybody when that's inaccurate. Oh my god. So we have Jupiter with courage, actions, and beginnings, and then we have activations. There we go. With higher self. Then we have December 1st. External with party. And then we have spy, watching, and inspecting. Okay. So that's the first card. So, you might have money now. And that's why they're taking actions to come to you to have a new beginning. Or you're about to have money because there's such an activation. Or they're trying to come to you so you can give them money like everybody else is giving them money. So we have external and then party, and it says higher self. Well, it doesn't touch higher self. They want to use your money to pretty much fund their lifestyle because they have wasted all their money away, and for some reason they're looking into your pockets and feel like you will give them the money because you supposedly love them at some point in time, so you might just love them again and give them money, or because they're stuck and need help, and you can help them get them out this bind, and you would just give them money. Then we also have they know that you have money. Also, the whole watching and shit, they've been watching. Could be on social media. I don't really know. But your confidence and your even though you might wait to take action, at some point in time you still take action where they won't take action at all. They just sit stuck, waiting and hoping and praying for better without actually doing anything. But sometimes you don't really need to do anything. God will do it for you. But then there are some things where you actually need to fucking do for yourself. There's times where you need to do something. Not all the time, but sometimes. And then we have the Ace of Earth, which is pretty much the Pentacles in reverse. And then we have Autumn with Harvest in reverse. And then we have North Node, Cosmic, and Purpose. So your North what's going on with words? Your North Node, right, talks about living in your life purpose, which is the sun back there. But the Ace of Pentacles is supposed to be a solid, stable offer. Something that's very solid and stable is going to look stand the test of time, but is in reverse, right? And then we have Autumn in reverse with Harvest. They didn't want you to have a solid, stable life or offer. They don't want you to find your life purpose because, like I just said, you will have money. They can't benefit off of that because you won't allow them around you. If they are around you, they want the best for you. Now you won't allow them around you, they don't want the best for you. And then we have Open, Receive, and then we have the Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups. And then we have, Temptation and Deception. which technically the snake itself out. They want you to be open to their bribe and their temptation and stuff like that. Their fake emotions. They supposedly love you. It's just hard for them to express and share their feelings. Because you're so amazing. More amazing than they are. It's so hard. So they want you to suppress that. Suppress your amazingness. But they love it, but you suppress it. Why? Your actual true soulmate, Jesus ain't asking you to express yourself. He never will. Never will. He literally said, you can't hide a light underneath a bushel tree. The light gonna shine. You are going to shine regardless of where you are. You cannot dim your light. You cannot hide your light, which is what the star is about. You're gonna be in the spotlight. People gonna see you. People gonna say something. Everybody gonna say something. Everybody have something to say. They always gonna have something to say. But it's just your light is what's irritating them. So if you realize that and you balance and stable inside yourself, and you know when somebody's about to like project their problems onto you, and you don't accept it, it's perfectly fine. There. I can't really. I was trying to think of something. But I can't really. Like if somebody try like if you know who you are, like you know your shadow side and stuff like that, and you know like your nice and your light side and stuff like that. If somebody trying to paint you off to be a horrible, malicious, like a witch of a person, and you know that there is no witch in you or stuff like that, or even like if you like you might be an asshole, but it's like it's rarely that you're an asshole, and it's just like okay when you sit back and be like, am I really an asshole? And it's just like, why is this person calling me an asshole? Then you realize this person did something, so they're more so the asshole, and you didn't do anything to like retaliate and stuff like that. That's why you're an asshole, because you didn't. They wanted a reaction out of you. You didn't give them a reaction, so you're an asshole for not going along with what they wanted to do. And then you can just brush that off because it's like doesn't really matter because it's still a temptation. They wanted you to play into what they were trying to paint you off to be, and that's you didn't. So you're not an asshole and you're not a witch. They're projecting their problems onto you. They more so feel like an asshole, and they don't want to feel that way, so they were trying to put it onto somebody else. And you seem to be the easy person to do that. Oh, like for me, okay, this popped in my head. For instance, there was one time where somebody stopped talking to me, okay? And I was cool with that. I went about my business. I didn't really care. And let's say like the person that they was giving their attention to stopped really like paying attention to them. Now all of a sudden it became a problem that I wasn't now I wasn't talking to them, and it's like, what are you talking about? You stopped talking to me, kind of thing. And then felt like I should have extended an olive branch to get us to start talking again. It's like, for what reason? If you stop talking to me, and I don't care that we're not talking, and that seemed to be a problem because I didn't care, and it's like, why should I care? They made their own choices, kind of thing, you know. So it's because people overestimate and overplay the role that they have in people's life. Like they feel like they are an exception. Like, even your friends. Well, some of your friends might feel like there's an exception to the rule or like your boundaries and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, I don't really care, kind of thing. Like I don't care who you are. You overstep a line, you overstep a boundary, you are out. Like kind of thing. Like I will never, we will never be cool like we used to be. And I don't really care if you feel a way about that because you created that. You caused that, kind of thing. And I get the whole like love and light and spiritual supposed to forgive. I did. I have I harbor no guilt or anger or resentment or anything like that. It's just, you live your life, I'm living my life. I don't see how it's a problem. Because when you was living your life, I didn't say anything. I let you live your life. So why you won't let me live my life? Why won't you give me that courtesy, kind of thing? That's the problem. You can give this person a courtesy, but they can't give you the courtesy because they feel like they're entitled to what you're doing and what's going on in your life, and they're not. The whole personal gain and stuff like that. Then we have the Two of Wands. So it's a plan, or they're saying like somebody's setting the intentions to do something. And we have the Eight of Wands. Then we have action here. Then we have the Queen of Cups reverse. And funny enough, we have the Ace of Cups, where she holds the Ace of Cups, and then we have temptation. This person trying to come in, trying to offer you love, and it's not love. Which the quotes. If you're not paying attention to the video, air quotes. Love. Time to set the intention tree to come in, and give you like this fake love and stuff like that. But you see that as like a smoke screen or a smoke, like a cry for help, and you can't help this person. They don't want to actually help themselves, and you can't help them, and you know that. So you just pretty much leave them where they are and let them do what they want to do with their life. Because the Queen of Cups reverses, they're not very loving. They're not in touch with their... Also, like I said, this person is not spiritual or have no intuition. That shit is blocked. So the whole visionary shit is a lie. They're just going based off like I guess what they think will happen, like prediction. Like I said before, like the people that they're around could be very predictable, and they're going based off that. They couldn't predict you, okay? So you are out of the ordinary, out of, like weird and strange and stuff like that. So they try to like cast you off and vote you off the island, but yet you're the strongest person. Oh, hold on, there's more to it. Then we have Law of Attraction and Soulmate. With you have been manifesting this relationship, and everything you want will soon be yours. And in Soulmate, it says, yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is secret. Oh, that's the whole wishing, yearning, and praying. Sorry. I'm gonna continue because I don't really know what to say about that. Okay, no. Okay, I realized. I got it. Because I was like, huh. This person gonna try to come in and pretend to be your soulmate and pretend to be healed. Because narcissists tends to do that as well. It's part of their love bombing and try to buy back into your good graces. You're not falling for that because you are now, you have awakened and aware of who's your soulmate. Not even like who's your soulmate, but like certain things your soulmate will do and won't do. And the whole spying and watching and creeping and using you for money and doing all of this, they won't do that whatsoever. Also what I was saying before, like hurting, like you won't hurt somebody else while hurting yourself. That's pretty much karmic situations and karmic stuff. Also, if you're looking for a savior and looking to be rescued, that's grounds for a karmic. You can save yourself. The song just popped in my head. I need a hero. From Shrek 2. Oh, fairy godmother. Oh, yeah, that kind of sort of the situation is something like that. Where, well, not like that in this scenario in this case, but where the fairy godmother was like, Fiona was supposed to go to Prince Charming because the father pretty much, had this. This is where you're supposed to go. But then later on, you found out like the father pretty much played a role in it because this, and the third. And the reason why he didn't like Shrek was because like of his own personal gain, and like if they didn't go out, like didn't go to plan, then it's gonna backfire and mess up like what he got and stuff like that. And it's like none of that has anything to do with you because you never had a say in it. You stuff like that. But yeah, then we have you are enough and take a leap of faith, which is the Fool, and pay attention to red flags. Yeah, pretty much what you're doing. And this is a big ass red flag, and you want no parts in it, like I've been saying. But we have the person you are meant to be with will love you the way that. We're gonna start this over because you saw the finger, okay, but I was not pointing at the word that I was reading. Oh, ADHD sometimes. We have the person you are meant to be with will love you the way that you are. You don't need to change. And then we have take a leap of faith with only when you are willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap a great reward. And then we have pay attention to the red flags with know the warning signs of an unhealthy connection. What an unhealthy connection look like. And this shit is unfucking healthy. Because I've been telling this person is watching you. They trying to buy out time. They pretty much try to, like, let's let bygones be bygones. They trying to be able to say that and use that, and it's just like bygones been bygones. You don't care. Like, you harbor no anger, no guilt, no resentment. Like, if you are angry, you just more so like angry at yourself and not realizing the facts. Like, you're not mad at this person. You just don't want to be around this person anymore. Like, like you see them for who they are. They show their true colors, and you're just like, okay, cool. You are who you are. I am who I am. I'm going about my business kind of thing. Like, you're a liar. You're a snake and a manipulator. That's fine. that works out for you, that doesn't work out for me. I'ma go about my business. And they see that and watching that and try to pretend like y'all want the same thing and y'all don't. And we have put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, that's the whole confidence and bravery. Also, that's the orange. Self-trust and self-love. You had that. They don't have that. I even said it before, like in the beginning, even if your self-esteem is very low, it's better than this person. Also, with putting yourself first, now it sounds like this person is most likely to lie to themselves. You might lie to yourself, but you don't lie to yourself about like huge like things. That's very drastic. Like if somebody's cheating, right? And you have that sense and inclination like this person is cheating. You're not gonna sit there and lie to yourself like, oh no, they're not cheating, they're just planning a surprise party for me. You're not doing that. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm sorry. But you're not doing that. And just letting this person just cheat and just so you can have like the ignorance is bliss kind of thing, because you realize that you're hurting yourself. And then when the truth come out, like you can't pretty much be like, oh, I didn't know, I had no idea. And it's like, you did. You did. That kind of thing. You said that you thought they was planning a surprise party for you. Like kind of thing. Hold on. Or like if you paid attention like to shows like celebrities and stuff like that with the lady from The View, I'll pop up my last name as a last name, like J Mai. And she was married to Young Gotti and stuff like that. And she was like, she found out that her marriage was over pretty much when everybody else found out. And it's pretty much like now being shown like that's a lie because they was in therapy. He did therapy by himself. She did therapy by themselves, like by herself, and then they did therapy together to try to save the marriage and save the relationship. So it's like you knew that, like y'all was putting the work in, but you had to realize at some point in time, like there was the work that needed to be put into it was tiring and draining. So he was just like, it's just best for us to separate and find a person we're supposed to be with, because we're not growing and evolving together. Sometimes you outgrow a relationship and it's sad, but you know, it is what it is. It doesn't have to be any like hate or any jealousy or any animosity, talking down about one another or trying to make it like, I don't say like painting him off in a negative light, but just like, really? Like if you were all going to therapy, like clearly there was problems. So it's like you knew something kind of thing. You didn't want it to lead to divorce. Say that, like there's different ways of saying things rather than saying like, oh, I didn't know, I found out when everybody else found out. And it's just like kind of thing. And it's pretty much trying to, I don't say to play victim or like to make people feel sorry for you. And it's like when the truth come out, like people not really gonna feel sorry for you, because it's like now that the whole therapy thing is just like kind of thing, like it's just like it's just silence, like you said you didn't know, like kind of thing. We all thought you was ambushed by it, but just like show that you wasn't ambushed at all. Yeah, strength reverse. It was just pride and ego and vanity. They cared what other people think, what other people was gonna say, so they wanted to pretty much, I won't say like, they wanted to get the masses on their side and not on your side, but the masses. Okay, what popped in my head was, you ever watch Cells at Work? It's about to get, well, Cells at Work Black. It's about to get real sciencey in here. So we have certain bacteria in our bodies all the time, right? But if you're healthy, they pretty much keep themselves intact and keep themselves in check. Now, if you get sick, they go out of whack and like do a bunch of chaos. They're called like beneficial bacteria. Whoever, if your body is healthy, they will work with the good bacteria to keep you healthy and keep you alive. If the bad bacteria is who's winning the fight right now, bitch, they switching, okay? And they run it chaotic, okay? And as soon as you start being healthy again, boom, they back to being good, right? You can kind of say like strep is that way because you naturally have strep in our throats. But sometimes it does like over like popularize and stuff like that, then we get strep. But the bacteria is always there. It's just normally in check and kind of things. So not saying like you don't have an ego at all. You do. You just keep it in check. This person can't keep their ego in check whatsoever. They operate out of ego. And we have the Ace of Wands, which makes him a dick from time to time, because the Ace of Wands is a dick card. An erected dick. Because they operate on pride and ego. They try to be controlling, and they don't really love people. They more use relationships to pretty much have to gain something. So they always will look for greener pastures and stuff like that. Even if they in a relationship, like that. What's the saying, like, oh, where like it was like a Facebook post where somebody was like, they think like people like go into relationships and like have a girlfriend, but while having a girlfriend, they're still looking for their wife without actually looking at their girlfriend as their wife. They're just looking at other people for their as their wife and stuff like that. And it's just like, then why date that person? And it's like to be a placeholder so they won't be alone, which is an ego response, and which is a very dick move. Because you're hurting that person while that person is loving you. You don't love that person at all. You more so want the love and attention and the affection that they're giving you when you barely give them anything. Because you're looking and hoping and praying for another bigger and better person that could do way more than this person could do. And that person is good enough and fine enough. It's just, you're not smart like that. They're not big enough to realize that. Then we have the Hierophant. I'm gonna pull another card before I say something. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Oh yeah, okay, the Ten of Wands back here. You healed from this. Now they are burdened and stressed out because it's clear to see who's the problem, who wasn't the problem, who caused the problem, who was literally just went about their business. Who's operating out of pride and ego, and who's actually like strong and confident and stuff like that. Because like even if you have strength, you can be gentle. And that's the real definition of strength. Like I just said, like, yes, I can be a brat tamer. That is fine. That is cool. That is great. Am I going around taming everybody? No. Just because I can doesn't mean I should or that I fucking want to. Okay? If you want to be a brat, you be a brat. I don't care. I don't have to live with you. I don't have to interact with you. Kind of thing. Like Willy Wonka, where some people will blame Willy Wonka, right? What was that girl name? I think it was something Salt, right? Where her whole thing was she was a brat, okay? And she got like sent down the chute. Why did she get sent down the chute? I want a squirrel. Daddy, give me a squirrel. No, you cannot have the squirrel. It is Mr. Wonka. Mr. Wonka cannot have a squirrel. No. She decided she was gonna get the damn squirrel by her damn self. What happened? Squirrel knocked on her head. Bad nut. What did they do with bad nuts? Throw it down the chute. If she had fucking listened. Don't go after the squirrel. Do not touch the squirrel. You cannot get the squirrel. Will she have gone down the chute? No. How is that Wonka's fault? Explain. So there's a lot of things that was blaming Wonka for, but it wasn't actually his fault. The dude that the river. He never said to eat in the river. There was just a boat in the river. Why are you eating in the? Why would you do that? It's unsanitary. Don't do that. Same thing with the girl with the bubble gum. He said spit it out plenty of times. Did she? No. You refused to listen. There would be consequences. Who would have thunk it? Kind of thing. And that's literally what's happening. They listen to their pride and their ego. There's consequences for that. Now they're burdened and stressed out because they're a dick. You won't be able to move on and you move forward, being happy with the life that you have chose for yourself. They have technically chose this life for themselves, but they're not happy with it. And misery loves company, so now to try to come to you and start something with you and set an intention to try to start something with you and have like a relationship or a connection with you, and you want no parts because you know this person is a liar and a manipulator. And it's not your soulmate. It was a karmic that you healed from. Or just a placeholder that you healed from. Oh. We got two cards. I'm going to read them together because I'm pretty sure I just took one from this. So we have Unfinished Symphony and Leg Up. Yeah, which is the Seven of Wands. This, they don't know what they want. They never know what they want. They're not going to change. They're going to continue to do the exact same fucking thing and pretend like they don't know what's going on or what they're doing, and that's inaccurate. They don't want to finish. They want somebody else to do it for them, and now you're aware of that and you realize that you're not part of it. And you're not taking this person back. So whatever burdens they're trying to like throw onto you, you pretty much eat that shit right back. Because you're defending yourself from it, which is the Seven of Wands, which is giving you a leg up because you're no longer taking crap from anybody but yourself and or spirit. Then we have, I use this to pretty much be like the lesson that you need to learn, which is the Emperor. Take control over your own life and become more stable and balanced within your own self and have control over your own life and the things that you're doing. Like, no one should have authority over you but you. Like, if you were a kid, okay, you were a child, okay? You're no longer a child. You can think for yourself, right? So do that. And then we have the Six of Swords again, yeah. And moving on to calm waters. Even if, I know like I put it over here and this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is saying like you are self-sufficient and self-reliant. You don't need anybody. You're good by yourself. Queen of Pentacles is wifey material. You're good by yourself. With the Emperor, it's action-oriented, power. You're good by yourself. You can do it by yourself. You don't need somebody else to do it for you. You can do it by yourself. And yeah, because the six is, well, the six right here is like highlighted, and then part of the six, because it's the Six of Swords, it's also like still ties back to control. You can move on to calmer waters whenever the fuck you want to. When things are no longer serving you, you can just be like, alright, deuces, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna head out, kind of thing. I quit, whatever. Like, you could do all of that, but it's all based on you and what you're gonna do and your actions. And then we hit Queen of Pentacles. See what I said? You can do it all by yourself. Even if you're a female, if you're a dude, it doesn't matter. You're good by yourself. You might want a relationship, but you don't want like this person your soulmate is not going to suppress you and try to dwindle your light in any way or tell you to hide your motherfucking light. They're not going to do that. They more so will turn that bitch up. Okay? Love you in the spotlight. Love to let you shine. Oh, what popped in my head, you ever saw that video of Busta Rhymes and his kids and stuff like that? He was like, look at my legacy and stuff like that. You can see the smile on his face. You can see how happy he is. That like, he's like, he has the money and the resources to help his kids do whatever they want to do. If they want to be performers, I'll perform with you. You got stage fright, you won't have stage frights, and I'm with you, because I'm going to clap you up, root you up, kind of thing. And it's like that. Like, your soulmate and your twin flame will never try to like demolish you or dwindle you in any way, shape, or form, or tell you to hide your light or smother your light. They won't do that. Or try to like blow it out. They won't do that. They will try to like hype it up, turn it up a little bit more. Also, with the strength, just because you're strong enough to do something doesn't, like I just said with the whole, just because I can tame a brat doesn't mean I want to all the damn time. I don't. I really don't care for brats, which is why I just be leaving. I just be leaving. Like, you do what you want to do. That's really my motto. Like, it's your life. I really don't care. Like, that kind of thing. When it bothers my life, that's when I start caring. But other than that, you do what you want to do. I don't really care. You live your life where you want to live your life. If you want to hurt people, because hurt people, that's stupid, but okay. Like, you go figure out how that works out for you. And then probably be like, well, that's bad because you're supposed to talk them out of it. I probably do. If you watch Boondocks, remember the episode where Huey was trying to tell Riley that his whole selling chocolate bars was gonna like turn around and backfire on him, and he was like, shut up, you always trying to do blah, 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 blah. And he didn't want to know what was gonna happen. And then in the midst of it, Huey was like, you still don't want to know how this is gonna end? He was like, no, shut up, I got this, right? And then when shit hits the fan, Riley went to Huey and was like, well, why didn't you say that before? And it's like, sir, I'm trying to tell you twice. What are you talking about? So it's now I'm most likely to say it once or twice, and I'm like, alright, whatever. I really don't care. It's not my life. It's your life. You're gonna make the choices you want to make regardless. I'm just gonna make my choices accordingly. I have no parts in that. You can never say I was a part of it. You can never say I was there. I might be like, oh, well, she knew. Okay. How did I know? Because you told me. And what did I say? That was stupid. Thank you. Like that kind of thing. And then it's like, but you were mad because I didn't support what you was doing because it was going to lead you to God knows where. That was just stupid. But you wanted to control it and have control over something you have no control over. Now you have burdens. Whose fault is that? Yours. Do not blame somebody else for the choices you have made in your life. Well, if in that case, Riley's. have made in his life. If you had just listened to Huey, half of the shit that had happened wouldn't have not happened. And we have the Ten of Swords with the Five of Pentacles with the Marvelous God and the Forbearing God with reevaluation, protection from sadness, and giving reevaluation in dreams, which this whole thing is about. Then we have Patience with revealing secrets of nature and spreading knowledge and intuition. So pretty much it's saying it's giving you information in your dreams. If you remember your dreams and you try to go back and you reevaluate certain things, you will start gaining knowledge from it, and it's more so tailored to your sadness or why you were sad. The secrets or the burdens or the everything that happened behind the scene that you didn't really know about. Spirit is basically telling you in your dreams. They're not saying everything, but the whole patience being here and it's step by step, little by little. Whatever you can handle, they will tell you. If you can't handle it, they're not really gonna tell you. Kind of thing, because they don't want to hurt you. They love you unconditionally. Okay, that they don't want to hurt your feelings or your mind or your soul. That's real true love. But they will tell you the truth when you are ready for it, when you are able to accept it, when you are aware of certain things. We have more knowledge and understanding of certain things. And we have Four of Wands with God the Savior with help one live in peace with everyone. But at first you gotta be at peace with yourself. Then we have the Page of Swords with God the Refuge with refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Yep. Also, I've been saying the person didn't expect none of this to come out because of their pride and ego. They didn't expect for it to come out, and then also didn't expect to have to deal with certain consequences. I don't know if there's money. I don't know if this person has money or have the resources, where this person is actually a bully, but they have money and finances and resources to try and to make it seem like they're not a bully. They're just somebody with money, but they're actually a bully. They don't. Phone confirmation, they don't actually have money the way that they say they do. And then we have the Angel of Clairsentience. You can sense it or you can feel it, which is why you feel sad. You might not know why you feel sad, or you feel like something is happening. You might not know what actually is happening, and that's spirit and stuff like that. And then we have the Angel of Good News. Yeah, I told you. They watch you. They know that you're about to get some good news. You're about to get money. You're about to get something. And they went, I forgot the music deck. And they want to be a part of it somehow. But you already know it's all a lie. They don't actually love or care for you. They more so just coming back for money. Well, I said before, they get in a relationship to look for their wife. So they're always looking for greener pastures. Now your pastures is green as shit. Okay? Green as shit. And they didn't expect that from you. They didn't expect it from you. And now they're praying and hoping and yearning that you will come back in union with them, and Spirit's just no, because you abuse your power. I literally said they don't do abuse. Why would they send you back to them? It was abusive, unhealthy relationship. They're not going to send you back to them. That is not your soulmate. That was a karmic. That's going to try to tempt you, pretend I am your soulmate. Love me, choose me, pick me. And it's just the devil was the only one that would tempt you. Jesus don't got to tempt you. I just told you, they will wait until you're ready. They will not tempt, or he will literally carry you. They will not tempt you. So we have stay with me, but darling, stay with me. Oh, won't you stay with me? Because you're all I need. This ain't love. It is clear to see. It ain't love. And it's clear to see. Okay. But darling, stay with me. And then we have Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And then we have Energy. Oh, yeah. Because, she said in song, I'm having nightmares, I'm sleeping with the enemy. That part. And then this relationship is draining all of her energy and stuff like that. Because it ain't love. And it's clear to see. And then we have Erase Social Media by Lil Uzi Vert. With Boy Say You Made Me. Yeah, go ahead and make another one. They can't make another. They tried. They tried to replace you. They can't replace you. No. Because there's only one of you. Okay? Ain't nobody like you. I keep trying to tell you, they were trying to compete, but they can't compare, nor can this new person compete nor compare to you. There's only one of you. Okay? And the old version of you can't compete with this new version of you. So they're operating off the old version of you, not the new version. And this new version surpassed that old version in any way, shape, or form. And it ain't love. And it's clear to see that. And then we have Mixed Signals by Ruth B. Yeah. This back and forth, this up and down, this love, hate kind of thing is very draining and you want no parts of it, which is why you withdraw from it. But yeah, that's all I pretty much see for your reading, pal 2. If you like this reading resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. I hope this helped you. Bye. Thank you for watching. Hi there, pal 3. Welcome to your reading. So you picked bear? Right? And for me, in this deck, the bear symbolizes like a teacher or a guide, something very spiritual, and is looking to the right, so you're moving forward, moving like improving in some way, or trying to. And so then we have sweets, mountains, and then we have music. I was gonna use the music deck. Hold on. Oh, then the random card is flying and blessing. Not fall. Here's another card. I think this is cross. Okay, falling. Okay, falling. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna use the music deck now while I'll try to figure this out. Because sweets, it's like I won't say like you because when sweets popped up, what popped in my head was like overindulging and stuff like that with the mountains being here, because that could talk about like an obstacle or challenges and stuff like that. So you might want to limit your, I might not have to write the number. Oh, ADHD. Back to this. No, because technically with the music, it does tie to it. So like Untitled Chapter, right, with the shadow flow, like there's different versions of it. So not like I don't know which one it is. So that's why I was like, I have to write the number. So that could be like part of it too, like a challenge or obstacle. Like you feel like something needs to be like always like in order or like put together. It could simply mean like with that one, seeing that there's multiple, like it might be this one, but it might be like this, like another one and stuff like that. It's just like I don't really listen to the other one that much, so I might not know it. But it's like it's still related in some way, shape, or form. Because like there's a lot of different sweets, like in a lot of ways that you can have. Like you can get sugar. You don't have to just have candy. You can have you can eat a fruit. Fruits have a lot of sugar. And okay, that's too much. And trying to like where probably before you overindulge and now learning to have a form of discipline. You can have like mixed emotions about it, because music does talks about like emotion. And where before you had a lot of challenges and obstacles, now like things are getting very easy for you, or seems very easy, and that's a blessing. And it like things are not as challenging or as hard for you to deal with as it was before, but you feel like it's a trick and you all like you're just gonna fall at some point in time. But spirit, with the blessings here, spirit is gonna be there to catch you. They're just not gonna let you fall just to fall kind of thing, unless you did something wrong, and it's like that's kind of sort of your choices in a way. But yeah, that's pretty much. In the music we have I Feel Love by Donna Summers. And then we have Forever by Cardi B. Oh, somebody got beef with you, they got beef with you forever. Also when I said that, what popped in my head was like, I don't care. Like you put it behind you and like leave it behind you. So it's like if it happened in the past, you're not like harboring any like guilt or resentment and stuff like that. It's just like, okay, like in the past you did this, so I'm not gonna trust you. And then that person feels upset because they think like that's the past, you should let it be in the past. But you just more so like, if you didn't want to, do it again. So like kind of thing. And with the I Feel Love, Somebody could be probably beef with you, but was beefing with you over like a person that actually love and care for you, um, and they just gonna they love. Okay, if it's unconditional love, that person's gonna love you forever, so that person's gonna be mad forever. So just like literally, they just you beefing with yourself. Like, get over it. That person cares for that person, and it is what it is. Like, get over yourself. Then we have I hate you, I love you. I don't know how to say his name correctly, so I don't want to like mess it up. But yeah, pretty much. Like I was just saying before, like there might be a person, because there's 3 people here, right? And then it goes 1, 1, 1, but that's an angel, so technically 1. So it's like it's even if it's like a group of how to you considered one of these people, right? Let's say one of these 2 people, they both like you, but one treats you like shit, right? Because they have problems with their feelings and stuff like that, and then take that out on you. While the other one like have feelings, but don't feel like they can measure up as much, but they don't take that out on you. They treat you like with respect and stuff like that, and look out for you and kind of sort of protective, which is how you feel love, kind of thing, like, you know. And it's because that person actually like care for you and respect you and like don't want nothing. They kind of sort of protective and stuff in a way, but not like being possessive and stuff like that, where this person is kind of sort of like trying to do and stuff like that, which is why they beefing with the other person, because the love that they have for you is actually like healthy and I was like is long lasting. But because in I love you and I hate you, he even talking about like I don't know if you dated one of these people, but he talks about like carrying wedding bells and stuff like that, and then they promise each other like they wouldn't do that and get to that like that point. So it's like it could have been like a friends with benefits, a situationship or whatever, and somebody trying to turn off their feelings, but without realizing that they had feelings the whole time. And then we have I don't care about Fall Out Boys. That's the you got beef forever, because you don't care, because the song literally said I don't care what people think as long as it is about me. Like, you don't care. You living right free in their head. What Cardi B did say, like, she got condoms in that bitch's head. Like, you fine. You don't care. Oh, that's funny. But the falling and like the flying is like you know, like they're watching you. They're gonna say something like if you like suddenly like something like fall apart and stuff like that. Like they're gonna say something, be like, oh well, I knew because da 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 da, and it's like. Or they wishing you to fall while you're flying, and you sense that and you feel that and you don't really care. Because like, even if you fall, like I said before, Spirit's gonna pick you back up. Spirit's gonna catch you. You're not gonna fall, like kind of thing. You're not gonna hit rock bottom with like some of these people have hit. And or even if you have a tower moment, you don't see it as like destruction. You see it as like a divine intervention. Like something wasn't built to last, and the divine stepped in for you because you either didn't realize or you couldn't have fixed it on your own. So they decided, hey, let me help you, kind of thing. And you just like, it is what it is, which is pretty much just going with the flow and realizing the blessing and everything. Like, you're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have some downs. When you're flying, like, be happy, be grateful. When you're down, it's not like stay down and be all grumpy about it. It's like pick yourself back up, dust your shoulders off. What song is that? Or who said that? I think it was Jay-Z, but then I really want to say Fat Joe. I don't know. Could have been, I don't, but and then, because there was a show that I was watching where he pretty much like got in business with some people, and he thought like they was gonna be like up to code and up to standards. He was like, if anybody was gonna throw a curveball, he more so expected it to come from like his side. So when they threw the curveball and it was pretty much going to jeopardize his business, he had enough money to like counteract what they did, but they didn't think he had enough money to sustain the like how long he was doing it for. So he pretty much had to buy them out because it was just like a battle of money at that point. But he had a wife, and his wife was like, we can lose everything. And she was like, okay, we started off with nothing and we built this and we could do it again. And that turned him on. And it's just like, literally, you have that sense of like thing, like if spirit steps in, it wasn't built to last and it wasn't meant to last. I fell down, but I'll get back up again. Like, you're not gonna stay down forever. And some people like that, okay? They like that. They like that fighter in you. Some people it irritates them because they can't. They trying to like defeat you and bring you down, and they can't. Oh, if you ever seen me in the wood with the grizzly bear, save the bear. Like you out here, they trying to. They can't fight you. Huh. And then you have cloves, which is 6 of diamonds. Normally, I don't. This deck is not supposed to be reversed. But I'm taking it reverse because of the 6 of diamonds, which pretty much is the 6 of pentacles. But it wasn't equal give and take, or like generosity in no way, shape, or form. So, which is like that poses a problem, poses a challenge, and you probably left. At first, you saw like it would like you thought it was a punishment, and then like now that you cleared out like the fog and stuff like that, you persevered and you moved on, you moving forward. You feel lighter in a way, and you now see that it was a blessing, not a punishment. Then we have a writer with the 9 of hearts, which is the 9 of cups. There wasn't equal give and take. Somebody was being smug about it because they was getting what they wanted, what the other person really wasn't getting what they wanted. It wasn't equal give and take. And then we have mice with the 6 of clubs, 7 of clubs, which is 7 of wands, which is, yeah, now you're defending yourself and standing up for yourself and standing up for what you believe in. And because in this deck, mice talks about details and like having so many details and things being thrown at you that you get stuck and stuff like that. You don't do what you. So you know, just talking about like ADHD. This my bad, but like you like ever if you have ADHD and stuff like that, you have like a bunch of stuff to do. Sometimes you get paralyzed and stuff like that. So it's like you know that you have to like. Let's say you have to wash the dishes, and then it's like okay, after washing the dishes, I'm gonna do laundry, and it's just like your body just like it won't get up because it's just like it's stuck in like that like process mode and the details of everything. Like, oh, if I want to wash the dishes, I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and the timing of it all. And then I keep you stuck, and like you won't be able to move forward because you're focusing on all the details. I can't. I don't know how to get out of that. I can't. I can't really help. Sometimes I play music, and that helps. Oh, another ADHD trick is like putting on shoes, because that'll make you think that you gotta go somewhere. So that you always want to be productive. But as soon as you take them shoes off, boy. Your day is over pretty much until you put the shoes back on and you be like, all right, let's do this, and that, everything. Some people is like planners and stuff like that. That don't work. Sometimes it work out for me, sometimes it don't. Just gotta find out what works for you and what doesn't. Because what works for you might not work for other people, and that's fine. And then what works for you might also work for other people, but it might work for them in a different way. Like if it's a planner, I do color coding. Like that really. I need things to like draw my eyes and stuff. It's like things, stuff like that. Where some people could just use regular like black, and it's like that's fine, that's cool. Like I know you like to be like, oh, what this song, like the colors here, like it doesn't mean absolutely nothing. So half the times it's just like I was writing something and then I changed the color because I don't know, felt like it. I got tired of seeing those same color. But it wasn't equal give and take, and then you pretty much realize that you have to do what's best for you and with your emotions, what you want, and if that is leaving and going elsewhere, then that's what you needed to do and had to do. Because you was in a place that was very unstable and unbalanced, which is the whole falling, which is why I keep talking about the tower. Because it wasn't going to last and it wasn't built to last, but then it's like you fell, you got up, and you pretty much went on your merry way. And rather than seeing everything as a challenge or everything as a punishment, you slowly persevered and took it step by step in a way. Then we have the 3 fates. What comes around? Oh, so somebody trying to beef with you over like somebody that you dated. Now somebody's beefing with that person because of somebody that they dated. Whatever they try to do to you is happening to them. Then we have 26 swords. And then we have Grumpy Red Fairy will be true to you. Or be your true self, not be true to you, but you know. Then we have the 2 little witches with magical space clearing. Oh, okay. So if they send some shit your way, that shit's going right back to them. Because what comes around goes around. You didn't do anything to deserve it. And you cleared it out, so it pretty much. But people need to think of negative energy. It's like a boomerang. Or just think of energy as a boomerang. If you throw positivity out there, positivity will come back. Okay? If you throw happiness and niceness and kindness, it will come back. And if it's genuine, it will come back. All the genuinely come back. Now, if it's fake, the fake shit's gonna come back. Now, I'm not saying that fake shit not gonna come at you. Okay? Because people will try to do that. But you gotta learn to duck and dodge. It's Queen of Swords is having discernment and stuff like that, being able to decipher and like realize what is what, and protecting yourself from it. But yeah, any negative energy that they were sending your way, like it's going literally went right back to them, or is going to hit them at some very point in time. Oh, and then we have mending a broken heart fairy with healing from heartache. Oh yeah, that was a thing. When they try to do a spell so you won't heal, and your heart always be broken. But also popped in my head with this. I don't care. I don't think this person had your heart the way that they think that they had your heart. Like you cared for them. Yes. You had. That's it. Like you loved. Like you cared about their well-being and stuff like that. So that probably felt like you love them. But now, I don't know if you want like a self-love journey, and like you realize like how you express your love and how you love yourself and how you love others, and realize that the way that you love this person was completely different than, or how you express your love back then was completely different than how you express your love now. And now you know what real, actual, true, genuine love feels like, and it feels very nice and very sweet. It's not very hard and tiresome and condensed and paralyzing. And okay, I'm gonna turn this down because Usher, it was daddy's home, and that's not really going along with this broken heart. And yeah, because now you're being true to yourself, and you're realizing certain things, and you're awakening to certain things, and you realize that the love that you was putting out there, you didn't really get it back. And then the reason why you didn't get it back was because the people that you pretty much gave your love to didn't know how to handle such love, or how to appreciate the love that you was giving. Oh, also it popped in my head, like the love that you give is like, I'm gonna say a gallon, right? Or like a little jug, you know? You give it like a jug, right? That's all the love you can hold. And even though, let's say like when you met this person, the jug wasn't completely filled, but you had like half, okay? But this other person, the person that you was giving your love to and stuff like that, was like a cup, right? So while you had other people that you loved, so like you gave them love, yeah, but you didn't like you kept some back to give to like, you know, your person kind of thing. But then like when you gave it to your person, they kind of sort of overfilled with all the love that you gave, and then the love that they gave back to you does not equal or measure up the love that you gave to them, kind of thing. And then if you had like friends, the same thing was happening around in your friend group, where you was giving them love and they wasn't really giving you back love, and kind of thing. It could have been love, could have been support, literally could have been anything, right? But you just realized that it wasn't balanced and it wasn't equal, and it wasn't that not saying like that they couldn't like improve on their love and stuff like that. They didn't know how, because like, I want to say they didn't know like what true genuine love felt. Okay, some of them didn't. Some of them did, and then just took advantage of it. You started to realize that because the people often moved around, like moved on, and now people are taking like what they did to you, kind of sort of happening to them, and it's like that's none of your fault, none of your business, kind of thing. That had nothing to do with you. It's literally their karma, negative energy. They literally try to abuse somebody's kindness and love. And card fell. So the card that fell was Falling by Trevor Daniels, and then Mixed Signals. So I'm gonna put that there. Oh yeah, my ex made me feel like that I would never fall again. Like you pretty much, if you're single, is like you're single because of exes in your past. Like you're starting to realize that certain things, and a lot of things, you're like where you thought was loving relationships, you're now realizing it wasn't loving relationships, and you healed from that kind of thing. And I don't know if now, like, there's a blessing happening and a blessing's coming, but you kind of sort of skeptical about it, and you feel like it's not gonna last, or it's not like it's here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. And I think Spirit is trying to say, like, even if that is the case, appreciate it while you have it. Take the lessons that it comes with. Also, with the heartache being here, I remember saying, like, mad, like, long ago, like, if you had something and, like, you lost it and it makes you sad, it just simply means that you cared about it and stuff like that. And it's not wrong to care and stuff like that. So it's like, probably, like, after this whole thing happened, or, like, during the situation, it was very sad because it hurt you and stuff like that. They saw that it was hurting you, did absolutely nothing because it didn't really care. And now that you're being true to yourself and, like, clearing up certain problems and certain issues and healing from certain things, now they're hurt because they don't have a way to come back in. Because what they used to use to be able to come in, you healed. And I say, like, you, like, I was just saying, like, you, like, this person was only able to give a cup. He was able to understand that and see that and still, like, take this person in and accept it while you still giving them more than they're giving you. Now you realize, like, that's very draining and tiresome, and you can't keep doing that because it doesn't benefit you in no way, shape, or form. It more so benefits them, and you stop that, and now they're hurt because they probably, like, want your love and affection and your attention, and you're not giving it because it makes no sense. And then we have the Five of Swords. There you go. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, as soon as I saw the Ace of Pentacles, I want to say they sabotaged an offer. Something that was very solid and stable and grounded. Because with the Nine of Wands looking that way, they try to keep their eyes on the prize, so it's something very materialistic and very superficial, which is why they acted the way that they acted. They try to go for where the pastures was greener, because they thought, like, the life would be sweeter and stuff like that. Now their life is fucking chaotic because the grass is greener where you water it, where you put the work and effort in. They didn't put no work and effort into anything. And you pretty much, left. Became, started trusting yourself. Because even here, like, there's people walking away. Like, so it's like you picked and choose your battles wisely. Like, it wasn't worth going back and forth with this person. This person, like, the relationship or the connection wasn't worth fighting for because it was just draining. Even if, like, you hit the, like, tower, at some point in time, you have to realize it's not supposed to be this. Like, in relationships, it's like, I get, like, it's work. I get it. But it's not supposed to be freaking hard every day. Like, you gotta work every day, bitch? Like, that, no. Like, that kind of thing. That's very short-sighted thinking. Like, yes, like, you're gonna have some ups and downs. Yes, but not every day. Not every day. And it was something very superficial and materialistic that seemed to be the problem, or why this person never actually, like, put any effort in. And now that's pretty much their downfall. And we have the Mentis being reverse. And then we have we have Sirens B with responsibility, life lessons, and growing up. There we go. Do that one. It was a mermaid with boobs out. Right, so if you've been here for a while and I'm just like, I don't know every time the mermaid comes up, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, what you know about mermaids, that's why. Because some people call mermaids sirens. My mermaid is a mermaid to me. I don't know. Now, some of them, bad, yes. Some of them, probably good. I don't know. I don't really know much about mermaids, okay? I don't really want to mess with the ocean like that. Like, it's if I can't see the bottom, I don't trust it. Like, I don't care. That's just me, okay? And that's just a lesson I learned. Like, I need to see the bottom of certain things. Then we have Vincentians. I think I'm saying that wrong, but reverse. So basically, there's no, like, you can feel like there's no feelings or emotions there. There's no actual love, care, or support there, which is why you left. because you started taking responsibility for the things you need to take responsibility for, not what other people want you to take responsibility for. And you started to learn, like, rather than, like, if you're helping everybody else, it's like you're learning their lessons without learning your own lessons. That, like, you can help people but don't take responsibility, like, or take on their feelings or their emotions, or take on, like, the whole thing. Let them, like, do it for themselves. Like, because if they don't, how you expect them to learn, how you expect them to, like, grow up and stuff like that. Like a teacher and stuff like that, where in the beginning, right, when you're learning a new topic, well, some teachers, when you're learning a new topic, they will, like, show you how to do it and stuff like that, and do step by step. We do this because this, and then we do this because this, and then this turns into this because this, and the third kind of thing, right? And then they give you examples, and then you do it on your own. And then if you need help, they will come over there and help you. They're not gonna, like, do it for you. They will, like, give you hints and be like, you do this because this, and that kind of thing. And that's the only way you will learn, the only way you could grow up and, like, be able to do it by yourself and do it on your own. Where this person just expected everybody to do the work for them. Because the mentis being reversed talks about being obvious, being literal, being in stagnation, artless, redundant, and narrow-minded. And it's like you realizing those lessons and starting to awaken to those, like, that. And hold on, for ascension's reverse, probably saying it wrong. Talking about unrequited love, infatuation, a crush, obsession, heartbreak that you're healing from, a closed heart, and a breakup. The person also is not your soulmate, and it's very obvious and clear to see that. Or now it's very obvious and clear for you to see that. Well, I mean, like, after the heartbreak, but it's like that heartbreak taught you something. So I don't want to just be like write it off and be like, that happened. Like, no, like, it taught you something, and it awakened you to something, like, awakened you to yourself and being true to who you are and what you want in a relationship, and realize that you wasn't getting that in a relationship, and why you put up with like those relationships at that point in time. And yeah, healing from those things, and now realizing, seeing that you are worthy and that you are enough and that you always been enough. It's just certain people wasn't able to see that and realize that, and, like, appreciate you the way that you deserve to be appreciated. And there were some people around you that probably did. I won't say, like, like, and you appreciated them and stuff like that, but I don't know, like, because people being one, like, even if that person's still not there, still not around and stuff like that, they still, like, respect you, whereas the other one still beefing and stuff like that. So I don't know which one. You ever watch Degrassi, right? Remember JT? Rest in peace. But remember JT and Liberty, right? And Toby, right? So when JT was being, like, a butthead to Liberty, Toby would be upset. Why? Because Toby, like, liked Liberty, and he respected her, and though she was pretty and had all the, like, smarts and ambition and stuff like that. And JT, even though his best friend was really dumb from time to time and didn't know, like, how to appreciate Liberty for, like, who she is and what she is, and I think they even tried to, like, keep a secret, and Toby was like, you don't deserve to be a secret, like, you're beautiful, you should be, like, flaunting you off and shit like that. And I don't think they ever got together. I don't remember. But a lot happened in Degrassi. But, like, it's like that, where Toby always kind of sort of had to, like, get JT into check and realize, like, who Liberty is and what he has and stuff like that. And it's because, like, he feel like he missed a chance with Liberty, but it was also like Liberty didn't really see him that way, kind of thing. He was fine with that. He still loved and cared for her in, like, a certain way, because, like, I think after they got pregnant, okay, JT and Liberty had a baby, Toby was the one that was there. I think even after he died, Toby was the one that was there, like, kind of thing. That he didn't really have to, like, step up and, like, do that, but he did. So it's like you starting to, like, learn certain lessons, wake up to certain things, and realize certain things. And some things break your heart and stuff like that, because you were nice to people that was mean to you, and you probably took it personal, took it to heart, because you wouldn't have done that because your love was genuine, and just simply showed like their love wasn't genuine to you. Where Toby's love, okay, it's very genuine, kind of thing. So it's like you had genuine love around you. It just you appreciated it, but it's just like you and care for it and like stuff like that. But I don't know why this. I don't know. But the other person, I don't know. Okay, I don't. Then we have engineer and the shadow aspect. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I guess that person was more like in your face. I don't know. Or like bigger or grander with their like stuff that they was doing. So like that's what got your attention rather than like the general. I really don't know. Now we have servant and the light aspect with delight in serving others with free and a loving heart. The engineer scene is in the shadow aspect. I have to read it from the book because I'm not turning it around because then I'll forget to turn it back. Then we have a monk and nun in the shadow aspect. I can tell you it says negative. Literally, I got my dyslexia comes in handy. So we have with the engineer, we have resilience on mechanical. So I was saying over here, like materialistic and superficial things, like solutions without regards of emotions, with emotional consequences. So they will do things and disregard emotion, like the whole like a robot, pretty much. Be like bleep bloop bleep, I have no emotions, kind of thing. And then we monk and nun. It says negative judgment of the physical world and excessive pity. So like I was saying before, like you fell down, yes, but you get back up. Especially with the monk being here, like, and the nun. If that's a gospel song, my guy. Do we fall down, but we get up? Because a saint is just a sinner who fell and got back up. Literally, you fall down, you get back up, brush your shoulders off, you keep going. Then we have guide, and the light aspect represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. You can be a help to others and be at service to others without like disregarding your feelings and your emotions. That's very dangerous. At that point in time, that's not helping you. You have to like be in touch with your feelings and your emotions. Because how are you gonna give somebody advice and give somebody help if you're not in touch with your emotions? Like I get this, okay? I understand this, which is why I like for me, like every person's story is different. So like, which is why like I don't know why you like the other, like if there is 3 people or stuff like that, that's like, or like with Toby or like JT, I can't really tell you why Liberty picked JT. I don't freaking know. Okay, we didn't really get much on that. It just happened, kind of thing. And so when we had here like infatuation or a crush, it literally could have just started with a crush, and it went to that and led to that. Where it's like where he probably was mean and picked on her because he like liked her, like he liked her in some way, shape, or form. But and she liked him, which that was kind of sort of obvious and clear to see, since like the beginning of the show. But he was more so, like JT was more so into like a certain type of girl or like trying to get like certain things. So he overlooked Liberty every chance because Liberty wasn't this or Liberty wasn't that. And then now all of a sudden like, oh, we'll say like a pick me. Well, kind of. She did kind of sort of start off like pick me. Yeah, it's giving that. Don't do that. And you probably realize that and see that and you're healing from that. You don't like now. You don't really care who this person end up with. You don't really care. You hope they don't pick you, but you don't, like you don't really like. You don't feel like where this person trying to make it seem like being with them was a prize and stuff like that. You don't really think or see it as a prize. And we have children with young childhood playful. It could be like some type of childhood like issue that y'all both had, which why you like picked this person or you registered. I don't know. Then we have TikTok, deadline time is running out. Then we have projected future day, week, and months. But let me... Hold on, because I gotta read. Because I'm pretty sure there's more to... The engineer and the monk reverse. Okay. It says manifest as a master manipulator, designer of situations, so one only to take advantage regardless of the other's needs. Look for patterns of design and building structure and divide. So pretty much, this person purposely will create problems. and create arguments. And you pretty much went along with it because you didn't want to like piss them off or get them like you probably realized like they had some childhood issues that they had been working out and worked through. So where they like lashed out from time to time, you pretty much understood where, because you loved and cared for this person, you understood where they was coming from, and they knew that that's what you was doing, which is how I said before. They pretty much, that's why they were smug. They know the love that you have for them was very greater than the love that they had for you. So you will, if you love them enough and you care for them enough, you will lie to yourself. They don't really even have to lie for like lie to you. You will just lie to yourself, kind of thing. And yeah, the guide, because it also talks about like a sage, guru, wise woman, spiritual master, an evangelist, or a preacher. You're now realizing that and becoming like starting to awaken to certain things. You probably had a guide that told you like, yeah, no, this person don't really care for you or love you, and was playing with you the whole damn time, and trying to be funny about it, or trying to come back and gonna be funny about it. Be like, oh well, you know I have like childhood issues and and it's just like, bitch, we all got childhood. So like I'm not to just like be like, okay, like your childhood's fucked up. That's cool. Everybody has some form of trauma in their childhood. Nobody's trauma or like is better than the other or greater than the other. Like let's not try to like compare traumas. Hold on. Like everybody has trauma. Let's not start comparing trauma or insecurities and stuff like that. Like it explains it, yes, but it doesn't excuse it. Where this person is trying to use it as an excuse and not trying to heal from it because they benefit off of like the attention that they get, or even just using it as an excuse kind of thing. They like being the victim because it has its purpose. Okay? But with you, they're not the victim, they're the fucking villain, and they want to play victim and be victimized and stuff like that, but there's no way. They're the problem. And it's clear to see that. Monk in the shadow aspect says is removed from the real world and self-absorbed. And then we have determine whether you have a serious life problem of removing yourself from the world or personal relationships to focus on intense like spiritual practices or just spiritual work and stuff like that. So where this person will like try to create problems or create arguments to pretty much go do what they want to do and stuff like that. And as you're starting to realize that and waking up to it and realize that you can't just continue to put your feelings and your emotions on the back burners for somebody else, because that's kind of childish. And then we have change, spark, renewal. Well, change, courage, and then spark and renewal. So, okay. Remember before when I was like, you pissing off some people? You're changing, okay? You're healing from childhood shit, okay? And that change is sparking like irritation in people because you took the confidence and the courage to like heal and change and stuff like that. We know that ain't easy, okay? And now you renewing, you like becoming a whole new person, and it just simply shows even more like whatever they did, okay, caused you to change and become a stronger person, kind of thing. And so if they was intimidated before, okay, now you're more intimidating, and who caused that? They did, like, kind of thing. Like, it just like they're the problem. And so even if they try to like create a story and stuff like that, there's like holes in the story, and there was little like even if you hear the whole story and they like put holes in the story, like there's like little sparks. They'd be like, okay, it started here, or like it like it was gonna be here, but then it didn't. Then it was gonna be there, and it didn't. But like each one like increased as time went on to like led to like this whole big like catastrophe, like tire moment that caused this change and caused this shift that caused you to never go back to this person. And then we have celebrations, gifts, and abundance. Yeah, you probably gave this person time to change. They ain't change. You was like, alright, cool, deuces. And since then, you be happy and celebrating. Then we have release, surrender, and purge. Yeah. This person was projecting their problems and issues onto you. I know it says future days, months. It was just more so the projection thing. And you released all this, like, the negativity that this person was trying to present you to be. Or trying to say that you are. Like, if you're, like, hyper independent and stuff like that, that is a trauma response. Okay, cool. I get that. I have that. But there's times where you're independent, you will ask for help, right? And then either this person will make an excuse, or just you will ask them, like, oh, you have to keep asking and stuff like that, which then push you to be hyper independent, to just be like, I'll do it myself, kind of thing. And then they try to be like, oh, well, that's a problem, and this, and the third, and it's just like, that's the sparks. Like, bro, she asked you like 3 times. You didn't do anything. So she did it herself. You know? Or, it's just something like that's what popped in my head. But it's something like that. So it's just like, you really didn't do anything or serve any purpose to be there because you wasn't helping. You wasn't like making her life easier or make her life lighter or anything. You putting more stress and drama on it. So like, yeah, you find a problem, you get rid of the problem, life get better, kind of thing. Like, it's kind of like, that's why they say to go to the doctor. Like, oh, you don't feel well? Let's find out the problem so we can fix it. Like, well, it's better to like go ahead of time, okay? Because it's way easier to prevent something than actually treat something. So now you realizing that because you treated from this situation, you healed yourself from this, and you like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. I'm not trying to do that shit again. And now you're trying to prevent that because you're just like, it's way easier to prevent. There was signs. I didn't see the signs. Now I see the signs and I realize the signs, and I'm not going to ignore them like I did the last time. And that helps you. And now they mad because they can't really, they're trying to like get a reaction out of you and they can't. Oh, there's another card. There we have resilience, guarded and cut off. So, yeah, pretty much like I just said, every time they try to like get a rise out of you or get a reaction out of you, nothing. You know how that pisses people off when they, especially because for me, because it happens from time to time, like where people will try to like take their anger out on me, and I'm just like, I know I didn't do anything to you, so there's no reason for you to be angry with me or for you to be like talking to me in this way, shape, or form. So I'll just look at them, and like, okay. Is there anything else you want to say? Kind of thing. And then they be mad because they expect me to lash out. Like, they lashing out. And just like, I don't know why you lashing out. I don't care to know why you lashing out. I just know it has nothing to do with me. And you feel like you can't lash out with the person that actually did piss you off. You feel like it's me that you can come pick on. And it's just like, baby, if I unleash on you, but you've been unleashing on me, like, you will not handle it. Like, because that person don't take that shit out on me for a reason. So it's like, you're not smart enough to realize that. Like, the person that you're scared of is scared of the person that you're taking your anger out on. So it's like, it would best to take anger out on that person, not this person, because this person would destroy both of y'all. But yeah. Okay, like that's what I mean about the details of it. Like, you can see the details, you probably be like, okay, fine, like, whatever. Like, with certain people, with like, one of them is literally because they was intimidated by you, and they felt inferior. Now, the other person felt inferior, felt intimidated, but they didn't take that out on you and blamed you for it. They just felt like, they can't give you what they want to give you, right? And so they feel like they lacked in some way, shape, or form. And rather than blaming you, be like, well, you have higher standards, and they just was cool just being by your side, silently. Well, don't you fucking know when they like you? That kind of thing. Like, but this person liked you and pretty much made an ass out of themselves. Or, like, because they like you. And it's like a child, pretty much. Then we have the 4 of Cups. It's about like rejection or regret. Also, there's a mouse on it. Also, with the Cups. Yeah, somebody was smug in the beginning when they thought like everything was going to work out for them. now it's not working out for them. Well, okay, like when they had the power to reject you, they was all like smug and confident, like, yeah, I don't want this person. Now you have the power to reject them, or the opportunity to reject them, and they scared shitless, and they praying and hoping and yearning and wishing that you will just like give them a helping hand and like help them out and just be like, I'm gonna take you back. I know you're sorry. And it's like, no, you're just like I forgive you, but I'm not taking you back, kind of thing. Curtains closed, like that. Like it is what it is. Like we're not doing that again. Page of Wands, reverse. The it's very impulsive and curious, and do like no one be like curiosity killed the cat. Literally, they went trying to find greener pastures, and they literally hurt you in the end and didn't care about it, and now they have to deal with the consequences of that. They didn't care. It's like if they had took their feelings or took emotions into consideration, they would have realized they were hurting you, they was hurting themselves, and it's like now they realize it but don't want to accept it. Page of Cups. Yeah, they want to be a brat about it and trying to paint themselves to be like the innocent person, like, but they was the one that was unhappy with the connection. Meanwhile, you were trying to like get it to work, even though you was unhappy with it as well. And you pretty much gave them time to like try to change or like become a better person, and they didn't. So Spirit stepped in, because the Four of Cups, there is a cup on like a cloud, which is Spirit. Spirit stepped in and helped you and got you out of this situation. While one person rejected Spirit help. Hold on. While one person rejected Spirit's help, the other person accepted Spirit's help, and as a result, things started changing in one person's life, and something continued. Another person, things remained the same because they refused to change, or accept responsibilities for their actions or their life in the way that it was happening, what it was playing out. They always like to blame somebody else and point the finger at somebody else, like, oh, well, this person did this to me in my childhood, so now I do this in my adulthood because of this person. And it's just like, that person was hurt and broken their damn self. You also hurt and broken, and now you want to go around hurt and breaking people because of somebody else that hurt and broke you, rather than dealing with that person your fucking self. It just simply shows like you don't have the power or the strength to deal with the person that hurt you and broke you, so you're trying to hurt and break somebody else that you feel like is weaker than you, that's actually is not. Because the person knows that you're hurting and knows that you're broken, sees that, and still love and care for you and treated you like a decent human being while you treated that person like shit. Now you see that person is over you. Now you wish you had treated them like a decent human being. And it's like, well, too bad, too sad. You made your bed, now you gotta lie in it. Because if you paid attention to with the Liberty and JT situation, I said rest in peace. JT ended up dying because he talked to somebody else's girlfriend. Well, not girlfriend, baby mama. So it was just like, you trying to find greener pastures and get better without realizing that you already had the best thing out there. And whose fault is that? Like that. Like, then we have be present and have faith and deepening. Be present says you will attract love by enjoying your life as it is, wherever you are, be there. And then have faith with angels are working behind the scenes to make their relationship flourish. And deepening with a relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. Oh, well, that's the projection. Oh, the more you release this, the more present you become. And so in the future, you'll be able to like still decipher and pick up on certain things and realize certain things and trust yourself. Even like I said before with the angels, like, I'm not saying that they pick sides and stuff like that, but it's like it's clear to see. Like, it was like, okay, it was a divine intervention, yes, but one person is seeing it as a punishment, or would like probably got both saw it as, well, one saw it as like a way out because they can like now go do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And one person saw it as a punishment because it's like you want to be with this person but you can't be with this person. And then it's like, why can't I be with this person? And then Spirit probably really wasn't telling you why you could be with this person. And that person was gonna tell you why you couldn't be with them because, like I just said, if you love them so much, you will lie to themselves, like lie to yourself for them, so they don't have to lie to you, kind of thing. And now you're starting to awaken to certain things to realize that that person didn't actually love you. You loved them way more than they loved you, and that they was an asshole and a dickhead. And now you're just like, that's why I couldn't be with this person. That's why Spirit did this. That's why Spirit did da. And you're like, this is in other relationships. And it's like, oh, that's why. And then now you're realizing, like, okay, like those relationships that they did, and there's probably like people in the background that was always there that you had like loving, caring, kind relationships with, but like it wasn't probably, I won't say that there was like a romantic soulmate or anything and stuff like that. Probably was. I don't know. Okay, I don't really know. Probably there was one. Some of them could have been romantic, or some of them just could simply be platonic. And you realizing that, and realize there was more to the relationship than that meets the eye. Then we have overthinking, playing negative situations in your head is creating issues which weren't there in the first place. Yeah, which is why I said, like, I don't know if it's romantic or it's platonic. If it is platonic, it's just simply like, at this day, like, somebody's gonna come back and tell you the truth. It literally could just simply be that person. It's really just like choosing that person because now you're realizing, like, that was a truthful and honest person. Then, like, I won't say they never lied to you, but like their intentions was never to hurt you or to manipulate you in any way, shape, or form. Like Toby, kind of thing. Then we have distance, unrequited feelings, and divine timing. Distance says the separation you are experiencing is necessary to help your relationship grow. Unrequited feelings say there is not enough love to keep this relationship going in a healthy way. And divine timing says be patient while everything is unfolding. This connection is worth waiting for. Pretty much like I just said. And now you love yourself, or should practice some form of self-love and self-care. And then you start to realize like how real love feels like, and the difference between it. And not saying like once like a person comes in and starts talking to you, you might get a little freaked out because if you're used to like very toxic love, this might be a little bit different, okay? It might be a little bit scary, but you go remember, take it one step at a time, okay? Jordan Sparks, one step at a time. No need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love, okay? That's the only part of the song I know right now. So it's just like your boundaries and stuff like that. The person that really love and care for you, they won't have a problem with it. They don't see it as like obstacles or challenges that they will have to break down, or walls that they will have to like bulldoze. They will just respect it and be like, okay, no problem. And it is what it is. And probably like as the relationship goes on and improve, like, I don't know, let's say you don't like people touching your shoulders or your elbows. Like as time goes on, like you don't mind that person touching your shoulders or your elbows. And it's like, oh, kind of thing. And it's like only that person can touch your shoulders or your elbows. Everybody else is like, back up. It's like, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. It is what it is. Why everybody else gotta respect? Like, they still respect your boundaries. They probably don't touch it all the time and overdo it, because then that's just like, no, kind of thing. But like, the person will respect your boundaries and honor them. Don't see them as a problem or see them as a challenge or something that they have to change, overcome, or stuff like that, or bulldoze, like I just said. So we have the 8 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Hold on, I figure out how to hold that. So this Page of Pentacles talks about learning a lesson. We have that here with the Sirens, right? So where you was in a mental mind trap and being blindfolded, not sure where to go, if up is down and stuff like that, you just felt trapped. Because this person could be saying things, but their actions was completely different, so that was fucking with your head. Understand, baby. But like, once you stop listening to their words, just pay attention to their actions, it's over. And that's when you learn the lesson, like, yeah, no. And that's when you started moving on to calm waters, because where your words were very chaotic and stressful, you don't want that. Right? And then you started moving on, like, you realized things was getting a lot better and a lot nicer and stuff. Like, for you, you was a lot happier in a way. And, that's the 9 of Cups, like the emotional wish fulfillment. You didn't have it, so you started moving towards it. And then we have the Hangman. You gained a new perspective on certain things, to realize, like, yeah, they're gonna be challenges, there's gonna be struggles, they're gonna be ups and downs, but like, certain things is just not supposed to happen, kind of thing. Like, certain, like, certain, like, yeah, like, certain, like, especially like twin flames and stuff like that. Like if y'all twin flames and there's a separation period, like yeah, there's not like in and out like a fucking revolving door. Like that's not, no. It's probably like one time. Okay, cool. Or like I don't really know because you can kind of see like Janae and Big Sean as like twin flames and stuff like that, but because they like broke up and like got back together, broke up, got back together, but they never was really like hating or like beefing with each other a little bit like that. Or like you know, like they loved and care and respect for each other. It's just like maybe the relationship from time to time wasn't working out because one person was growing in a different way than the other person, and they didn't want to stop that person growth, so they like they step back and kind of thing. And that's fine. That's cool. Like like life is gonna change. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to evolve and stuff like that. You're not gonna just stay like this one being forever. With this person trying to stay like a fucking kid forever, like a fucking Peter Pan, and it's like no kind of thing. Like you're not a lost boy. Okay, you're gonna grow up. Oh, you ever watch Peter Pan 2? When Peter Pan came back and he pretty much kidnapped Wendy's kid. He thought it was Wendy when it wasn't Wendy, and then the girl kept trying to tell him that it's not Wendy, and then when he found out it wasn't Wendy, he got mad because Wendy wasn't supposed to grow up. But then technically Peter Pan doesn't grow up because there's a story behind it. He can't because he's dead. Okay. I used to watch the movie a lot, and then when they told me the whole story behind it, I was like, oh, okay. And then the whole Lost Boys now, it makes sense, okay? Right? So it's like they stuck in the suspended animation, so he wouldn't understand, like, kids are supposed to grow up, it's just, like, you can't because of, you know, certain things. And, with that tying back to reality of humans, right? Psychologist says, like, if a child has trauma, okay, the child will be mentally stuck at that point in time, right? And act out, like, at that age. Or carry on as, like, a child of that age or that era or stuff like that. And when they heal from it, okay, it's different. Where some people, they just mentally and, like, emotionally stuck at that, like, age, right? Some people mature, like, very fast, like, you know, become hyper independent or, like, stuff like that and just become very seclusive and, like, stuff like that. There's literally there's another one, but like once like there's two sides to the coin, but like there's very many very obstacles and very like variations and stuff like that. And that could be with the hangman. This person is mentally stuck at whatever age that trauma had happened to them, and they act that age. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm gonna read the next card before I say something. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, while you in like the hangman, because hangman could be like a timeout. You working on something to become more stable and balanced and try to like master something, and then become like the Queen of Swords. So like now, you have that discernment where before like people probably was using like your kindness for a weakness and took it as a weakness and stuff like that. You're not realizing that rather than being closed off and being cold-hearted, your kindness is your strength, right? And which is why they try to play you. So it's just like, if they come to you with their problems, trying to project stuff onto you and stuff like that, you use your discernment, realize, okay, I'm not the problem. This person have a problem with somebody else, and don't feel strong enough to like, so they try to come to me, and they're expecting you to cower and like run away and stuff like that, or just put up with it. And it's like, whatever kind of thing. You pretty much take back the power that this person is trying to have. Also, if the pages keep coming out, you're more mature than this person. Which is kind of sort of why they came to you. If they're a child, they will more so look for like an adult mother figure. Which, if you know, but the other side where something happened and it pushed you to be very mature, like grow up before you're supposed to, they will be drawn to you. And we have Yang, the fire energy, which is also the masculine energy. So even if you're a female, you're still like very nurturing, caring, and protective and stuff like that, right? But the Queen of Swords, she got a cold, her cutoff game is swift, cold, and direct, baby. Like, she get down to the bottom of the issues and to the nitty gritty where the clouds and stuff like that. She still can see like what's the problem and see clearly, even if people are trying to lie to her, create like a whole bunch of like illusions and stuff like that. She's have a lot of knowledge and information and stuff like that, and she take action on those like knowledge and information that she has. And we have rejuvenation. Because just with Divination, what popped in my head is like, why have knowledge and information if you're not going to use it? Which is with the Eight of Pentacles. You did all this work and this effort to understand something, to learn something. What are you going to do with that information? Are you going to use it? How are you going to use it? Do you use it to better your life? So you don't repeat the same mistake that you made the last time. Then I'm using this at like the Kabbalah deck to be like the lessons and stuff like that. So we have the Four of Swords, which talks about healing. You know, taking a time out and healing and recharging and stuff like that. And getting back in touch with yourself. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, but like the Phoenix, right? It was a different bird before it died, right? And then it changed and transforms. It takes a little minute before it just like shoots off and start flying, kind of thing. So it's like you need that time to like charge and heal and realize what the fuck just happened, kind of thing. Even with butterflies or caterpillars, they remember the whole situation that happened. They was a caterpillar, they made a cocoon, then they, you know, disintegrate, become gush and mush and stuff like that, then become a butterfly and remember all of that, and then wait a little bit to be like in the cocoon and stuff like that, and then to come out the cocoon and be like, okay, alright, live my life now, kind of thing. Let me go find food, I'm hungry and stuff like that. So it's not like you're just the only one that need to like take charge or like take a break and stuff like that when something happens. Everybody do. Like, you know, you fall or you trip, you be like, what the fuck, like, kind of thing. You need a minute to like to register what the fuck just happened. Like, yeah, I tripped, like, kind of thing. Kind of thing. And then you move on, you move forward. It's not like you just stuck, you just stay there like processing, like, I'm not supposed to trip, how did I trip, like, kind of thing. It's like, it's cool. People trip from time to time. Animals trip, people trip, things trip, it's okay. Like, then we have the Page of Wands. Like, have a curiosity about life, but like not trying to overdo it and be in everybody's business to try to one up them or try to pretty much be in their pockets and trying to like for materialistic things and superficial things. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles with the praiseworthy God with light of understanding and acquiring knowledge and curing illness. So the Eight of Swords is the illness, being stuck in your head and trapped in your head and not knowing, like your heart and your mind could have been like in a battle and stuff like that, because your heart is saying like, the person doesn't love us, this is not love, I don't want to be here. But your mind is like, well, they told me that they loved me the other day, what are you talking about? Huh? Silly heart, they do love us. And your heart's like, no, they do not, like, kind of thing. Like, so you was in a battle with yourself because somebody else, and now, you know, and they was all smug about it because, you know, you was lying to yourself thinking like they really love you, but that, you know, honestly, they probably like, they liked you, they was infatuated by you, they was intrigued by you, but they don't actually like love you. And we have the Three of Wands with God of Hope, with construction of the universe and help one with great work and protection from adversities. But the construction of the universe is pretty much creating the world and the life that you want to have. And then we have the Two of Cups with the swift hearken God with fruitfulness, provides expensive intelligence, and give the grace of God. So, in the beginning, okay, where this whole thing was happening, you probably felt like it was the punishment. The Spirit didn't tell you what was happening. They didn't tell you what was happening because you wouldn't have understand it, right? And you probably would have thought Spirit was lying to you, when Spirit wasn't lying to you, because God sees all, knows all, He everywhere, kind of thing, right? So they will let you know certain things or give you certain information when you was able to deal with it, able to handle it, or able to understand it. Now you're able to understand it, which is why they now give you the information and help you move on and move forward to get like they did it step by step, where you literally just like yank the band-aid off, and it's just like they were like, nope, we can't yank this band-aid off, because if we do that, a lot of shit gonna come out, like, kind of thing. So we gotta do it like little by little, okay, time by time. They had to, you know, step by step, literally. Because they didn't want to, like, they already know your heart was broken. They didn't want to, like, break it even more, kind of thing. So they did it delicately to tell you information and let you know what you need to know. to get you out of this mental mind trap of like you weren't good enough and you didn't deserve it, and you have to overgive or overshare your love to get that back. Or you have to do something to be loved. And it's like, no, you just like, you woke up today, right? You deserve love. Thank you. Okay? Like, it's just, and some people see that, some people understand that, some people don't. Some people think that you have to do something to get love. And it's just like, those are the people that you need to be wary of and stay away from, because those are the people that's like, users and abusers pretty much, and try to manipulate you, be like, well, if you love me you would do this, if you like, kind of thing. And it's like, well, if you loved me you will understand why I don't want to do it. Like, flip that shit back. Like, is it worth it? No, never reverse it. Like, you better, kind of thing. And now you having that knowledge and information that is going to last for like a very long time, and that you're taking with you to your, like, to the future and stuff like that. And the people that is going to be in your world or be in your universe isn't going to pose any problems or obstacles or like struggles or challenges. Like, you're going to have ups and downs, yes, but you're going to realize you're more equipped and able to deal with it now. Where before, it's just like, you don't know what the fuck was happening. Then we have the angel of the animal realm. And then we have a guardian angel. So, with the animals, we have a bear. That's a fish. Then we had mice. We had mice again. We have a little snake here. We have a duckling. Mermaid is a half of a fish. Is any more animals? No, that's all I can remember. Oh, the swans, but that's just the decoration of the card. Oh, there's an owl. There we go. Owls talks about knowledge and information. Like I said before, mice from this deck talks about information and details, and now there was like, that's why they're doing it little by little. Like, imagine giving a 5-year-old a fucking Harry Potter book. It's gonna be overwhelming to them. So they did it little by little. You start off like with a little baby book kind of thing, and work your way up to a Harry Potter book or a Twilight book. I don't know, whatever book you're reading. I don't just a chapter book, okay? And understanding like all, like, it's fine, and it's a part of life. Like, where we have wolves, but then we have dogs, and dogs are domesticated wolves, but then we have different kind of dogs and kind of stuff like that. I don't think we have that many wolves, but like, you get it, kind of thing. So it's like, well, I was just talking about like trauma. Like, one person could be like mentally stuck, like stunted. Somebody else could be like, yeah, nah, and grew up like matured faster than they needed to, and stuff like that, because of the trauma. There's different kind of situations, and it's, I won't say like neither one is wrong. It's like we both need to like get help and heal from it, because like being mature, like, it does have its perks and it does have its benefits, but then it's just like, there's certain things in life that you didn't really get to experience because you had to be so mature, kind of thing. Or you felt like you had to be mature, and you missed out on a couple of things. And Spirit's just like, we don't want you to miss out on that, because that's, it's part of life. It brings you happiness. And then, now you like realizing that they're with you, they're helping you, they're protecting you. Like, trust them, kind of thing. But yeah, that's all that I see for your reading, Pile 3. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.